kept seeing a car go into the water. All day they've been showing me reruns in my mind of Adventures with Purpose. BP's gonna find her in the Prosser Lake.
We have found Kylie Rodney's vehicle. Again, our search for Kylie at Prosser Creek Reservoir on August 21st at 10.
There are plenty of questions and very few answers after 4 students at the University of Idaho were found murdered in their off-campus house.
It's like if you look at Ted Bundy's eyes and you look at his eyes, they're the same. Maybe a little bit lighter. The one thing that I keep seeing is curls. So I don't know if he has curly hair or wavy hair, and that might be when it's grown out. I think he elongated, like his face might be a little bit longer. There's a reference to a pointier type nose. He honestly looks a lot like Ted Bundy, but like a jacked up Ted Bundy. Like not as handsome. I keep getting like a security guard or a badge. Like a Brian or something like that. It's because they are going to catch him. Because I'm seeing him in an orange jumpsuit. He wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Okay. He's probably going to go to jail for this eventually. I keep getting December.
The name Richard again.
I also get the name Rick. Damn name Allen is coming in again.
Jailed 50-year-old Richard Allen in connection with the double murder. Teen best friends Libby German and Abby Williams went hiking on a trail and never came home.
Done on November 20th, 2019 at 7:14 p.m. Quentin, but I'm seeing trash and I don't.
9:42 Wednesday morning. Quentin Simon's mom told 911 her little boy was gone.
I do keep hearing a trash truck though. Then I keep hearing the trash truck. It's almost, that's one thing I can't get rid of is the twisting of the trash bag. And so then I'm like, well, is he in the trash? Okay. Unfortunately, I hate to say that. I do hear landfill could be the...
Well, new tonight, a heartbreaking search underway in Georgia for a missing toddler. Police are sifting through trash at a landfill for the remains of 20-month-old Quentin Simon.
And I felt like he was going to be found. That was earlier in the day.
A 3-year-old boy found alive and in good health.
And I said, like, within 3 miles, but I'm not seeing him being hurt, and I'm not seeing someone coming up and getting him.
And I said, were you alone? Yes.
The main 2 things I keep getting is the wooded area and the shed.
Well, to take cover in that shed.
Late into the night to find.
I see him running to the woods. Oh, I keep getting the repeated image of him running to the woods. Okay. So maybe he decided he wanted to go play and then he kind of got lost in the woods. Be within 2 miles. I keep getting a reference to the edge of the woods. And so he's still alive because I'm not using him to get this information.
Right.
Around in the woods like I can't find my way out. I'm stuck. And I said he's in a bush.
Okay. I went across a field of grass. I came up on some woods. Sure enough, I went in the woods and about 100 feet from where I was at. I think he was in some stickers. There's a lot of stickers and all there.
Tonight in our Missing series, a case that we have heard a lot about from our viewers.
He wants to take me down the road to like a neighbor's house or something, like another farm. I also hear neighbor. He said he knows this guy. He knows him. And he's a neighbor. I don't know what the friends come in.
Suspect, 58-year-old James Brenner, who also happens to be Dylan's closest neighbor in the remote desert area of Lucin.
Sorry. I know. I had on mute for the video. My bad. So I'll just repeat what I said because I always forget I hit the mute button. So I was saying I was tired. It was 96 here today and 87, 88 in my house. So it's kind of exhausted me a little bit in terms of the heat. So I took a shower to try to see if I could wake up, and girl, not really. It's still like wet. I was like, do I keep it up, put it down? I didn't blow dry. I didn't do nothing. It's hot. So, I mean, I don't even have a shirt on. But like I was saying, I don't even want to do this right now. I wanted to finish my my Noah reading. I started it last night. I started it last night and I did the cards, and actually some channeling came in when I did the cards, and I really wanted to finish it tonight, but it's the end of the month and I'm a little stressed out. So if nobody wants readings here, I'll have to go to TikTok. I always try to put you guys first because I love my community, but and I like being able to control it from the computer rather than my phone. But yeah, Oklahoma. I did my training in Oklahoma. We had one scare, and you know where they put us? In a freaking classroom. I'm like, you guys don't have like a shelter for us? Like, you're gonna put us in a classroom with a tornado warning? Okay. Thank God I wasn't in one, but yeah, Oklahoma, I'd rather not. That's like my grandpa's area and his family, but like they're from Oklahoma. So I'm sorry, Barb, if Barb got hit by a tornado. And so so we're doing questions today because I'm too drained to do mediumship. I am gonna do live with mediumship. I am. So we're gonna, let me get my paper because I put everything over here. Different notebooks for different things. All confusing. Yeah, the Noah had me feeling high and drunk again. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the Caleb reading, but I was out of it. Same situation. And I was like, man, I got tired from the cards and a little bit of channeling because I was actually channeling without scribbling. And I was getting a lot of stuff and seeing stuff, but it was like I wanted to get deeper. I would have liked to channel with someone, but I had to kind of choose, pay my bills or do Noah. So I hate the end of the month. Everything to do at once. So stupid. I don't even have the electric thing figured out, but I got extension cords. So that's what it is right now. Yeah, that's got to be scary, Barb. I couldn't imagine, dude. I couldn't imagine. All right. So basically you're going to tell me you want to ask a question, then you're going to send 20 to my link tree is in the description box, or you can do it that way, but if you just hit the link tree in the description box, it should take you to everything. But I'm trying to yeah, I'm glad you're okay too. That's crazy. No, thank you. That's like one of my worst fears. Earthquakes, fires, tornadoes, and hurricanes. Especially because I got animals. If I have a fire here, we're stuck. I'll just have to go with the animals. I ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm gonna get out of here. So, all right. Those are my biggest fears. I couldn't do it. Nope. Are braver than me. But yeah, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, Chastity's the one that told me that happened. Of course, I grabbed the pin that didn't work. Aha. Oh, well, I go off of questions. That's what I used to channel. It's what I use to connect the energy to is questions. It's just how I work. I don't just really kind of randomly pick whatever up. It helps me focus in on something. So, it's a question on whatever you want to question on, but we're not going to ask them yet. I'm going to do a list. When we get everybody on the list, then we'll start. Because I don't like to be interrupted. You know, I know that I'll get interrupted, but I want to try to get everybody that wants a question done on the list first, because otherwise I'll be in the middle of a question and people will be asking questions or asking how to get on the list, and then I'll get sidetracked with my ADHD. So I'll put you first. Karen. And I haven't been doing cards lately because there's so much to shuffle and it takes a long time. Yeah, tell me loyalty is royalty. And we'll see how we do tonight. I mean, if I have to jump off and go on TikTok, I will. So we have Karen. Did somebody else say they were on the list too? Oh, DJ. Yeah, if you just send, like I said, link trees in the description box, or you can go one of these ways and send 20 to let me know you paid. And then we're going to go by numbers. So I need a number 2 right now, and then we'll do 3. That way I can put you on the list. Yeah, nope. I didn't even know that Alaska had a 7. When was that? I know people literally pay you to go to Alaska. I couldn't do it. I can't handle the cold like that. No, that was that was a long time ago. That was before my son was even born. Okay, DJ. Sorry I'm on so late, guys. Like, I was struggling. I was struggling to even get on here. Like I said, the heat's wearing me out, so I had to force myself because the way that they are here, like with electric and stuff, like if they've already, it's kind of ridiculous. When I moved here, they gave me a deposit. I just paid off my deposit in December, and now they've charged me a double deposit because I'm like late on every bill because my bills come in the 15th and I don't really get paid till the end of the month or get the money around till the end of the month. And it's like not even 10 days late, and sometimes it's a little over 10 days, and they've charged me a deposit on top of it. So it kind of sucks. So they will shut me off here. They only give you 3 extensions a year. It's kind of dumb. So I really don't like my electric company. I really don't. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I had to force myself, and I was back and forth. Lizzie was supposed to help me tonight. We were gonna do Noah, and then I was gonna come on here. Now you could do 2 things up, and she disappeared on me, and then I was like, man, I got really tired all of a sudden. I better go take a quick shower. So yeah, you're just going where all the natural disasters are, Barb. No thanks. That's the first thing I ask when I think about moving somewhere. Well, do they have hurricanes or tornadoes? Nope. Yeah, mine doesn't. Mine doesn't allow payment plans. They don't allow payment plans. They allow 3 extensions. That's it. And like I said, they just put on a $400 deposit because I'm late every month. It's like I always pay my bill, but I don't pay it on their payment schedule. Like it's late because of when I get paid. So I'm being railroaded for that. It kind of sucks. I wish mine was more lenient, but they're not. And my bill's like high right now, and I can't. It's even going to get higher because of all the little air conditioners I have to use just to keep it 80 in here. 85, 88. Better than 90. When you turn it off, it hits like 92, 93. It's bad. Blessed to have at least that. Yeah, I'm late constantly too because of how I do this, like how I make money. So we don't have a lot of people wanting questions tonight. Then I'll have to jump off and go to TikTok, even though I don't want to. It seems like you just want to be where all the action is, Barb. Okay, Stacy. You're number 2. And we need a number 3. We'll see what happens if we get enough questions. If not, like I said, I'll have to jump off here and go to TikTok. I do still have room for some private readings on Wednesdays. I think you just have to check my schedule. Like I said, I cut way back. I needed a break, but I still have a couple Wednesdays open, I believe. I just have to check. Link is also in the description box for that. No, I get new people there. So, I love my community here. I feel comfortable here. That's why I like coming here. We have a lot of fun, but I have more people wanting questions over there. Like, I do actually better there. If I can keep up with the questions and go fast, because I did a live at my mom's, but I was done like an hour, and here I'll be with you guys for like 2 or 3 or 4 hours. But there I was done really fast, and I actually made more, but I don't know how I did that because I tend to get sidetracked real easy. I don't know, maybe I'm not I don't know what is this cord? Oh. Light. That's weird. I think when those lights flash on, I don't even think they were plugged in. Huh. The plug's on the ground. I mean, you can go on as long as you want on TikTok. It's just new people there, Like, it's easier to get new people there. So, we'll see how many people want questions here, and then I'm kind of playing it by ear. I'm hoping I get some energy because right now I do not have any. Broken Arrow. Why does that sound familiar to me? Hey, Libby. Libby just rubbed on my leg. She never does that. She's usually very antisocial. Do we have a number 3? Jesus. Shoot, and then I had some drama today. That's what I get for trying to help people. Jeez. I try to help people, and then it gets twisted and turned around on me. When it's supposed to be just between me and that person. I can't promise I'll find missing things. That's why I like to tell people too. I try to, and it's just like whenever it comes to missing things, I just saw your question, Stacy. Whenever it comes to missing things, it's really clues. So thank you. It's just the heat. I did this last year where I got really tired because just the heat just wore me out. Congratulations, Barb. Okay, Melissa, I'll put you as number 3. Yeah, missing objects is very I did like a whole live on that where we were looking for missing objects. Like sometimes I can find them, sometimes I can't. About 95% of the time I can find them, sometimes I can't. If they're in the house, they're easier to find than if they're not in the house. If they're not in the house, it's kind of like I don't really get much on it. And it's kind of like puzzle pieces or a description of where it could be. And sometimes I'll even get places it was before. So that can happen too. So hopefully whatever I describe to you, it'll make sense. Yeah. And this is my second energy drink, and I'm just not I think I had more energy yesterday with my I had one of my coffees or coffee teas, whatever it's called. Yeah, of course. Like I said, as long as I have questions here, I'll stay here. And I'm going to get to a point where I don't want to overdo myself. So as long as I have questions here, I'm gonna stay here and I won't go to TikTok. But I'm just saying, if I don't have questions here, I'll go over there. And I would never leave anybody like waiting, or screw them and be just like, okay, I'm out of here. I wouldn't do that. I'll always answer all my questions. That's why I stay here for so long sometimes. But I'm putting your name down as number 4. So basically, whenever I call your name and your number, you come in the chat, you'll ask your question, you'll validate as we go along in the chat. It'll help me pick up more, and then that's basically how it is. Yeah, sometimes I can find stuff, sometimes I can't. Like I said, a lot of times I can, but I used to practice all the time with finding stuff, and I just haven't had to do it. I mean, I haven't been able to do it recently. Nobody's really had anything missing. I used to find stuff for Tammy all the time. So just depends. It really does depend. Like I always tell people, like, I can't promise I'll find something. So I usually don't even charge for that. Hey. We're working on number 5 now, so and I'll explain how it works before like we get completely started. And I even slept till like 3 o'clock today, but of course I don't. Everything's backwards. It's been backwards for like a year. Where I'm up all night and sleep during the day, and that's probably a lot of my problem, but it's just too hot, man. Can't do it. Hey. I wish. We are hanging. Everything is hot and tiring. I just noticed too, like, for some reason, channeling's really wearing me out lately. Like with these 2 guys, with Noah and Caleb, it's like, man, I couldn't even finish the channeling last night. It's weird. Of course, they're making me feel what they feel, so I'm sure that's a lot of it. So we'll probably go into we'll probably try to do 10. I'll take 10 questions, and then we'll go from there. I probably need to do more than that, but I don't want to overdo it because I'm just like, we'll see. We can always add more. But we're on 5 right now. Hey, I wish I could play the lottery and actually win, but it doesn't work like that, especially for us. Not allowed to use our gifts for things like that. Darn it. I am the most unluckiest person when it comes to lottery or casinos or anything like that. I couldn't pick a machine at a casino to save my life. I didn't get everything figured out. No, I have extension cords. So but thankfully I have extension cords, because there's no way I would be able to handle my house without air conditioner. No, not through Super Chat, because they take 50%. So you have to send it through one of the ways on screen, or there's a link tree in the description box. I know, like my grandparents were too. I do once in a while, but I mean, I usually don't, like, for like special occasions. Like for my birthday, we went by the casino. We lost. We didn't put that much in, like $40, but I was like, man, they didn't have the machine I like to play anyways. I know, Barb. I understand. I understand, girl. Don't even worry about it. No, it's not about the electric company. I have It's either a wiring problem, an outlet. I think it's a wiring problem because it's only this wall. I don't even think it's the breaker. We think it's the breaker. We were going to change out the breakers, but I can't get the panel off. I need someone to come drill it out. So the problem is I can't get the panel off to change the breaker to see if that's it. So they had me get these 2 doohickeys. They were $40 to check the outlets to make sure that they work. But like this side in my son's room, that outlet works. Outlet works over there in the living room, and they're on the same breaker. So I don't understand. It's this wall, but I had an issue with my son's breaker. He took off the strip, and I didn't even think to put it back on, and it almost started a fire in his room. It blew out the outlet. I bought a new outlet, but I'm thinking that it might be wiring issue because it's on that wall, but we're still going to change out the panel, the thing, whatever it's called. Fucking can't think of the name right now. But the issue is that I can't get the panel off. So, but yeah, no, the electric company will shut me off in a heartbeat if I don't pay them by the 1st. They will shut you off. So they're ridiculous. Internet sometimes gives me more time, but no, it's not the breaker fuse. It's like the thing that you click on and off. We were going to change that. So yeah, I won $75 off of a dollar one time, or 75-cent machine or something. We took that 75 and left. So all right, Melissa, I'll put you as number 5. I don't know why I'm like overly hungry today for some reason. I mean, I ate, but like a couple hours later, I'm hungry. Usually I don't eat during the summer that much. Okay, Diane. You're number 6. Oh, yeah, I had you on. Sorry, I wrote you down, and then I wrote you down twice. Okay, so you're number 5. See, I told you I'm not in it. I had you written down, but I wrote you down again. All right, so you're number 5, Diane. And then the one time I went with my aunt, we went like all around the casino. We were there all night. It was for my birthday. And towards the end of the day, I lost all my money. And then for like the end of the day, we went and we found the Zeus machines, and I made all my money back. So now I always try to find the Zeus machines, but they didn't have them at the last place. So that's only 2 times I've been lucky playing anything. Don't win scratchers, nothing like that. You're welcome. Okay, so I have 5 people. Does anybody want 6? I'm going to try to go up to 10 on here, and then we'll see. That usually wears me out, especially now. We'll see. Even the cards are wearing me out now. Like, I couldn't even finish Noah's last night. But like I said, I was channeling. Like, I was getting visions during, and I tell you guys what I get. His is weird, but I wanted to channel with someone else so I could get a little bit deeper, because sometimes I think I don't know. Sometimes I think they're better readings. I kind of just go what I feel to do. Oh, that must be nice. Yeah, we had, the only other lucky time was me and my mom we had taken my son to the beach, and I was actually short on money. And she found like, it was $5 or $10 on the ground. And she's like, oh, let's put it in that's how she is. She loves scratchers and stuff. She's like, oh, let's go get a scratcher. But I shit you not, we won like $50 off that scratcher, and it got us breakfast and got us home. So, I mean, sometimes when I need it, I'm lucky, but like that. I really actually like the casinos. If I had like the money to actually go and have a good time and not stress about it, I'd probably do better. You know? My husband was really good at craps, but he was an idiot after he won all the money and gave it back because he got irritated over something. He always played against the table. We were trying to go up to Vegas to win our rent, and which was stupid, but we didn't know what else to do. He's like, promised he could win. Yeah, we ended up sleeping in the car and not winning our rent. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we get lucky like that. It's kind of like that, what is it, National Lampoons, when they go to Vegas and like he wins the car off of like a quarter or something like that. Like he won like a bunch of cars or something. It'd be nice. But I mean, I guess I would have been lucky when I needed it. Yeah. I mean, that's what I say. That's the only time I really get to go is like my birthday if I want to go, and it's just for the experience. But I'm a crappy gambler. I really am. I'm not a good gambler at all. I don't really know what I'm doing. My grandma could like pick a machine, you know. Yeah, Vegas Vacation, that's what it's called. My grandma could pick machines all day long. They'd always win when we went. They loved Vegas. And now I'm here in Arizona and I can go to, because there's lots of casinos, but yeah, I'm always so broke I can't go. It'd be nice to go, and I think if I didn't worry about losing money so much, I'd probably do better because it's still an energy thing. It's still a vibration thing. Yeah, the last time we went to Vegas, I think it was for my son's birthday, and he was like, I think turning 7 or something. He's 19 now, so that's like the last time I've been in Vegas. Well, I can't say that. I drove through there when we were coming out to Arizona because we were going to the other side of Arizona to look at some property out there, which it didn't work out, but we went through Vegas, so that we didn't go in anywhere though. Yeah, I have a casino that's like an hour from me. So I actually haven't been to that one, and I kind of want to go to that one. We went to the one in Phoenix for my birthday. Me and my mom had a really good time on my birthday. I was actually going to post videos. I haven't had a chance to do it because we went to this place where there's these animals you get to feed. It was so much fun. I felt like a kid. We had to feed all these animals, and then we went to a doctor's appointment. Then we went to Red Lobster, and the guy gave me a bunch of like free food and oh my gosh, the most amazing cheesecake I've ever had in my life. It was so good. It was like, sometimes cheesecake is rich. This was not rich. This was like creamy. It was so bomb. And then we went to the casino where we both lost our butt because we don't know what we're doing. We didn't have a lot of money to play anyways. We just went there for a little bit. It was a long day, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. Then I came home, took care of my animals. Then I drove her back an hour and 20 minutes to her house because we were gone for so long. And then we had my birthday party like 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock, something like that. It was a long day. It was fun though. Do we have a six person? I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have that many slots left. I'm trying to do at least 10 and then go from there, but I don't have to have that many. Like I said, we'll answer what we answer here. I'm sure some people will come in and be like, oh, can I have a question in the middle? And I'll just need, like, I just don't like the interruptions. Hey, Medium Roberto, how are you? I'm going to get started here in a couple minutes. So if anybody wants on the list. That's nice. They paid you to win money? How does that work? I need a job like that. I don't think it would be that bad to like work in a casino. And then you can like see what machines are good too. But my mom kept saying, these machines are tight. These machines are tight. Like, yeah, well. Do we have a number 6? Anybody? Not, I want to get started. It's getting late. If anybody comes in and decides they want a question or decide they want a question, just wait till I'm done. Wait till I'm done with the reading before, like, you ask. Just wait till I'm done and then be like, okay, can I take the number 6 spot or whatever? That way I don't get distracted, because we all know I'm ADHD and an Aquarius, and it doesn't take me much to get distracted. Like, I get distracted very easily. So, you want a question, Roberto? And for those just getting here, it's $20 a question. You can send it to whatever's on the screen, or there's a link there's a link tree link in the description box. It's lots of fun. What do you mean? I have to put you on a list, Roberto. You be number 6. All right. All good. All right. So the way this works, as you guys know, everybody still has free will. So, you know, a lot of the things that I get does come true in the timing that I get it in, but things are fluid. You can still make your own decisions. This is just information that comes in, can be past, present, or future, symbolic, metaphoric, not always literal, and how spirit brings it up. And again, you can make your own decisions in regards to what you want to do with your life. This is just psychic medium impressions and guidance from your guides. Yes, Alicia, I'm still taking questions. Just make sure that you guys don't ask questions or say you want to be put on the list if you decide you want to do one while I'm doing a question, because like I said, I will get sidetracked. So if you want to be on the list, let me know now before I get started, or wait till I'm done with one of the questions at a time. And so validate in the comments as information makes sense to you. That will help me grab more information. And then, yeah, so I'll say your name and your number, and I'll just need you to validate in the comments. And everybody else hold comments as people are commenting. That way we don't get confused, okay? And when it comes to if anybody has any love questions, that remember that love is very hard to predict, because there's a lot of free will and divine timing involved in that. So I like to remind people of that. But okay, Alicia, you're number 7. And if you just send $20 to the on the screen or the link tree in the description box. Either or, whatever works best for you. Okay? Okay, you're on there. You're number 6. Interesting number for you, Roberto. And then then Alicia, you're number 7. So I'm gonna call your number, say your name, show up in the chat, ask your question. Because I actually use the energy. That's why I said it's an interesting number for you. I don't know why it felt that way. So that's interesting. The that I said that. Because I don't really know what your life path is. So I just felt it was an interesting number for you. That's funny. Yeah. So anyways, anybody have any questions before we get started on the process of this? Before I get any more sidetracked? I can only give you guys what I get as well. I have no control over anything that comes in. I can usually answer questions for the most part. I usually always get some sort of answer. Okay. And remember that these types of readings are about possibilities. Nothing's set in stone. You have free will and to go other directions. But most of the time it happens. Let's just say it like that. Most of the time it does happen. Just timing is fluid. It's a fluid thing. Okay, Alicia, I got you. Thank you. All right. Is your name, how do you say your name? Is it Kieran? Mar, number 1? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. If I butcher names, I apologize. Okay. So go ahead and ask your question. I'm hoping as we go along, I get energized. I pray. All right. So one question. So which one do you want to ask a question about? Put it into a question because that's what I channel off of is the energy from the question, if that makes sense. Like, what one do you need the most help with? And then form it into a question. The more specific the question, the better without giving extra information, just like forming it into a nice question. Okay, so what's your question about that? Like I said, don't tell me like details. Just ask what you want known about that. Like, what do you want to know? Because Spirit's gonna tell you to. Okay. So first off, being in a toxic marriage is not good for your vibration. If things are toxic and you're not happy, and I know that you know this, so the Spirit's going to tell you things that you already know, that it's time to walk away. You feel stuck because it's a toxic marriage, but you're going to have to figure out how to leave that. No one can leave that but you. So I say this with love, and I only say what Spirit tells me to say. No one can leave that situation but you. So you have to put a plan into place on how to leave that situation. Because look, you're basically cheating anyways, so there's no point to stay in it. You're in a toxic situation where you're not being loved, you're not being cared for, and it's not good for you. So you have to put things into perspective for yourself. Do you want to stay stuck or do you want to move? Because no one else can make that move but you. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you're learning lessons being in this relationship because that's how things work, but you have to stand in your power and get the courage to do what you need to do to walk away, whether that be getting help from someone, stashing and saving up, or whatever that may be to get out of that situation, but only you can do that. So when we're feeling stuck, that means it's time to make a move anyways, because it's not good to be stuck. We should always be moving forward. We shouldn't be moving backwards. We shouldn't be staying in place. We have to be learning and evolving and growing as we're moving on in life. And when it comes to relationships, we have to stand in our power and know our worth. And if you're in a relationship that is toxic and you choose to stay there, that's your decision. So you have to make that decision to move. Like, spirit can't make that decision for you. You have to make that decision for you. You know what I mean? So no one else can make that decision. So you need to put plans in place, whether you sit down, make a list of things that you need to do, and don't just leave the one relationship for another, because that other relationship, you need to like also remember who you are. Start loving yourself more, but that's what I'm saying. You have to do what you need to do to become stable enough to leave, whether that's getting an extra job, whether that's finding something online to make money doing, because there's lots of online things that you can do now. There's lots of side hustles on YouTube you can get onto, or whatever that may be. You will make it. Like, we don't have to stay in a relationship just because we're afraid and fear. Fear will hold you back more than anything else will. And as far as the 8-year-old daughter, we cannot stay in toxic marriages because of our children. What are you showing your child? Are you showing her that it's okay to not be You're welcome. Are you showing her that it's okay to not be happy and to stay with someone that is maybe emotionally abusive to you, or that you're not happy with? What are you teaching her by her seeing that? You have to think of that too. People are always better off apart if they're not getting along, and if it's toxic, than they are together, because you're putting that toxic energy around your daughter. So your daughter will adjust. Kids adjust to divorce and separations all the time. It doesn't mean that you're keeping that person out of your life or away from your daughter, but you have to also look after yourself and love yourself enough. So that's a big thing, is that you have to put a plan into place, whatever that may be. And I promise you will make it. Like, before I was doing this work, I was doing odd jobs here and there. Like, we just do whatever we can to make money. We can sometimes be creative, but there's so many ways to make money online nowadays. You just have to look for it. There's lots of online jobs, like I said, side hustles. Like, not saying that this is, it's possible to, and I need to take my own advice on this. I just haven't had the time to do it, but it's possible to make a lot of money online. There's actually a girl, Batty in Business. I don't know if you want to check her out. I always suggest her, because she actually is 20-something-year-old, started from nothing, made her own business, and now she gives free classes on how you can also attain wealth and whatnot. So those are just some ideas to look into and start saving. If you have to get more than one job, whatever that may be. But staying stuck is not going to do anything for you. What is it going to do for you? It's going to continually lower your vibration, make you upset, damage you, cause you emotional damage, right? Cause your energy damage, keep you on a low vibration. And all of this is going on around your daughter, which is teaching her it's okay to be stuck too. We don't ever want to teach our kids that and just stay in a marriage or a bad relationship or a toxic relationship because of our kids. We have to look at our happiness too. When we're happy, our kids are happy. When we're loved, our kids feel that love. When we don't feel loved, when we feel emotionally damaged or hurt or whatever it may be, our kids feel that. Kids are very sensitive. So by keeping her in that situation, you're not doing her any good, and you're teaching her that it's okay to be stuck in some place that you're not happy. And we never want to teach our kids that. Okay, so don't just stay because of that. Lots of kids go through divorce, and yes, the divorce is hard, but being stuck in that situation is even harder for her, because when things are toxic, it's not good. There's fighting involved, there's arguing involved, there's emotional abuse involved. Even if you don't think there is, when it's toxic, it involves that. And that's not okay for your daughter to be around or see either. So if you're not going to leave for yourself, maybe leave for her. But you have to also learn your self-worth, learn self-love. Get out of there is your first step. And whatever you need to do, whatever steps you need to take, if you have to ask help for friends or whatever that may be, Only you can do that. Only you can decide what you need to do to get out of that situation. And I wouldn't jump from one relationship to another. That doesn't mean break it off with the other person, but find yourself first. Know your worth first, because you've forgotten who you are in this relationship. Does that make sense? Because I'm hearing like controlling. So I don't know if he's very controlling over you, or if you feel like you're in a prison, because I'm getting like prison bars that can be symbolic. Okay. I don't know if you feel like that sometimes, or you can't breathe, but it's never good to feel that way. We don't have to stay in controlling relationships, and we are the only ones that can find our way out. No one else can do that for us but ourselves. You just have to find the strength to do so. Does that make sense? And I feel like even if you have to, like, you're doing your job, right? Because I think your job will go. I think you'll do better in your job. You'll make more money in your job. I'm getting like steps up or incline, but by being where you are, it's keeping you stuck vibrationally so that you can't move on, so that you can't raise up. Once you get your freedom, things will start turning for you. People don't understand how much energy plays a role. When we're in a low vibration, we cannot attract things. We cannot, we get kind of, like you said, we feel stuck. But once we get out and we break free, then things start to move in our life, right? Because we're not trapped in that negative energy anymore, that low vibration anymore. So once you get out of that, you raise your vibration, which is something that you're going to have to work on, is raising your vibration, whether that means, like, watching things that are funny, doing meditations, working on your chakras, going out in nature, whatever you can do to raise your vibration and feel better. But you're not going to be able to do that being stuck in this situation, because I feel like you're just very low vibe. The whole situation's very low vibe. You're just very stuck. Like you said, you feel stuck, and that's because you are. So exactly. You feel like you're doing time. I saw bars. Like, I feel like that's who you're at. No one should ever have to deal with that. We live in the world now where women don't have to put up with that. You have to find your freedom. And in order to find your freedom, you've got to find your self-worth. You've got to find your self-love, and you got to realize that you deserve more, whatever you need to do that. So, but raising your vibration, but you're not going to be able to raise your vibration as long as someone's bringing you down the way that he is, and talking down to you and controlling you and doing all that. Because it's almost like you're also like his little, like, do this for me, do that for me. And well, he sits there, you know what I mean? It's like he's living in the 20s or 30s, but he's very, like I said, I feel like a very controlling vibe from him. And I just feel like once you break free and get out of there, take your kid and leave as soon as you can, then you can put in the custody papers and whatever that may be, and deal with all that, deal with your divorce later. But the biggest thing now is to find out a way to make the money and make the funds for you to go. Whether, again, that means you get more time at work, you take on an extra job, you find a side hustle on YouTube, or another way to make income. It's important for you to try to get out of where you're at. So, but only you can do that. So only you can make those steps to do that. But you have to do it for yourself and your kid, because having your kid around that type of man, that's going to make her realize, oh, it's okay, and I should be treated this way. And it's also not good for her vibration either, because our energy, it affects everybody, right? It really does affect us, because everything is energy. We are energy. And so if you're feeling sad and depressed and low all the time, that's because you're low vibration, and you won't be able to ever kind of get things flowing in your life unless you get to a higher vibration to where you're able to do that. And you'll never be able to do it stuck where you're at. Yeah, you guys just Google like side hustles on YouTube. I haven't had the time to do that myself, because I've thought about that. Every time I go to do that, I get really busy. So if you have the time to do it, there's ways to do that. I always say Batty in business, she has great ideas. Like I said, she's 20-year-old and she became a millionaire in 2 years, and she has all of these like classes on how to do it, things you can do. So, it doesn't hurt to try. They have the things where you can like literally read what is it called? It's called auto books. I think you can work for like off of Amazon or something where you can read. Of course, they have to pick your voice, but you can make money off of that. Like there's all different kinds of things that you can do. Just put in side hustles, check out the websites, and they usually put legit websites on there. But and manifestation is always really good, but you can't really manifest unless you raise your vibration. So listening to manifesting meditations while you're sleeping, trying to do some meditations while you're awake. There's other ways to manifest. You write down like what you want, say it out loud before you go to sleep, put it under your pillow. Like there's ways to manifest, but you cannot manifest if you are in a low vibe. So, I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope that you find the courage to leave. Because it doesn't feel like a good place for you to be. And I know that it's scary, and I know that it's fearful, and I know we kind of just are like, well, I guess I just have to deal with it. I put myself here. Let me tell you that getting into divorce it's not against God. It's not against that was man that did that. It's okay to walk away. God will not want us to suffer and be in a bad relationship or not be loved. We are humans, and we are meant to be loved. Yes, we're supposed to go through soul contracts with people and things, but we also, again, have free will. So you have to find the strength. No one else can find that strength but yourself, and finding your worth. Because the problem is people like this, they make your self-worth so low, and they make it feel like you can't make it without them, when in reality you can. Women, I think we're the superior species myself, but we're very, very strong, and humans are very, very strong. You have to remember that you are a soul, having a human experience, but we're still strong souls. So you have to find that strength. No one else can find that strength but you, for yourself. And whatever that may be in the way for you to find your strength, and yes, things are hard. Life is hard. Like I said, I've had my own situations. But you have to come to terms where, like, you have to choose to be strong. No one else can choose that for you. You can stay and wallow in your sorrows and all of that. Like, yes, we're human. We're going to feel things. We're going to bitch about things. We're going to complain about things, but that doesn't mean that we have to stay stuck in that energy. It's okay to do that for a minute, to get it out, because it's good to purge, right? But then we have to rise above it and say, okay, what are we going to do to fix it? What is my plan to fix this? As far as the other guy, I mean, I just really feel like you should really focus on yourself and love yourself, and he might help you through that. Do I feel like it? I wouldn't go from one thing to another. Just kind of ride the wave with that person and see where it goes. It might just be like a stepping stone for you, but make sure that you have to change your vibration in order to attract a better person into your life, because when you're low vibration, you're going to attract low vibration people. Okay, so that's another thing too, is like attracts like. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Please, if you need any more help, or you need me to kind of poke you to get you going, you can always email me. Missy, I don't have asthma, but I was sick like a couple months ago, and I just got over a cough, and I think that since then I haven't been the same. I mean, I'm not winded, but when you talk a lot, you're going to be winded. I've always been like that. So but I hope that was helpful. I kind of went on a rant there, but and just start putting money away too, a little at a time. Like, you get $20, put away $5. You get $30, put away $5. You get $40, put away $10. You know what I mean? Like, start saving, putting things to the side so that you can do things. Myself, I haven't been able to do that, but if you can, it's a good thing to start doing. But yeah, if you put up like side hustles and check out, like, there's lots of other things that people are making money online all the time. Some are really good at it, some are not. That's the day and age we live in, is very digital now. So, or you can ask for more hours, or get another job, or start saving. You know what I mean? Cut back on things. You're welcome. Oh, I have a headache. All right. So, next is Stacy. I know you had a question about a ring, but can you re-ask it in the chat? You're welcome. I hope that was helpful. Just try to focus on yourself, love yourself, and try to move, get to a point to where you can move up. Well, I think that she will attract a raise and attract more income when she gets out of where she is, because we don't understand how being like in a really low vibe in a really dark place can really affect our whole lives, including what we attract and including our jobs and things like that. Like once people break free and then raise their vibration, they're able to attract more in their jobs too, So I think she will get a raise or she'll step up, but it feels like really the freedom will come when she breaks free. That's how it feels. It's like when I break free, I feel free and I'm able to do more, But she just has to get the courage to do so. If you need help with that, then reach out for help. You know what I mean? So there's lots of foundations out there. If you feel scared or if you feel like he's going to hurt you or anything like that, find a foundation that helps, because they have those now. Stephanie Parze's family opened one. Like if you are in a bad situation where you are afraid to leave, make sure that you reach out for help. Okay, that's what the foundations are for. Well, thank you, Charlotte. It's just spirit. I'm just rambling off what they say. So I don't know. Okay. I'll just do that instead of replying. I don't need to put up with bullshit. Okay. Several items of mothers that are missing. One that's concerned mothers. What it means. Hey, Carrie. It's funny that someone with the name Spread Love comes in here and tries to start crap. Ridiculous. Okay. So I don't know if this makes sense, Stacey. Let me know if this makes sense, okay? So I don't know if she had like a jewelry box or a specific place that she kept it. I keep wanting to go towards her room or where she would stay at, sleep at, whatever. And I keep going to like a box. I don't know if it's like a regular box or jewelry box. Sometimes when people take off their rings, they put them in something. And I don't know if it was ever in something like that. But for some reason, would a male have taken one of these rings? I don't even want to say that, but like I don't know if you have any brothers or there's any males that could have taken it. Stacy, I don't know if that makes sense. Because it's like I see somebody taking it out of like a box like that. And it can be symbolic the way that I'm saying it, like she had it somewhere and someone took it. It can be symbolic in that way, but it's like I keep seeing someone taking it and it feels like male. Okay. Like, do you have, I don't know if it's like a brother or somebody else that you would think would do something like that? Would he do something like that? Like, take it? Like, I'm kind of getting the reference to my situation where my grandma had a bunch of rings and we never seen them, but I think a male cousin took them because he was in charge of everything. I'm not saying that your brother is, but it's like a similar situation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody took it out of the jewelry box. That's what I'm saying. Is like, if she ever put it in a jewelry box, I see a male taking it out of there. That's the vision they keep showing me over and over. And I don't know if they would have pawned it or something like that, or they just have it. But that's the vision I was explaining, was that there's a jewelry box that she used to put it in, or or she would put rings in or whatever. Sometimes, like, if you take it off, but I see a male taking the ring and stuff out of the jewelry box. So I don't know if you know any males that would do anything like that. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know if they would have pawned it or something. That's the vision they keep showing me over and over. Like I said, I can't promise I'll find it exactly where it is, but I don't know if he would have a reason to take that and maybe pawn it or sell it or keep it for himself. Because there's reference to a pawn shop too, so I don't know if stuff was pawned that you're not aware of. But I don't know if, like, he would have taken that. Like, this is mine and he took it, and I don't know. I don't know if he kept it or not. He might have kept it for a little bit, maybe pawned it. I'm not sure, because I keep seeing a pawn shop, which is weird. But and if it's not him, it would be another male. I can't tell who the male is, but it's like, that's the vision they keep giving me. So I just have to go off of visions and what I'm seeing and what I'm shown. But it's literally like, there's a jewelry box. It's like, I see mom taking it off, putting it in there, or it was put in there at some point. Then I see a male coming and taking it out of the jewelry box. And I don't know if the jewelry box was in her room, because I keep seeing that. They keep showing me a pawn shop. I don't know why. I don't know if it's symbolic or what, and that could be just like, they could be telling me maybe it's pawned at one time and then it was picked up. I'm not really sure. All I know is and it feels like a male. It doesn't feel like a female. It feels like a male. So I don't know if that's like dad, uncle, brother. I mean, it kind of feels like it's connected to you. And I don't know why you would do that. Why do people do anything? I mean, I had a cousin that screwed us out of everything. I never thought he would do that either. So, I mean, I don't know. He could feel entitled to have it. And sometimes people pawn things, get money, and then go back and pay for them and get them back too. So that could be it too, why I'm seeing the pawn shop. I'm not necessarily saying it's there right now. But he could have tried to do that. But yeah, he could have felt entitled to have it. I mean, I just see a male taking it out of a box. They keep showing me that over and over and over and over again. Okay, so that makes sense. So everything that I'm telling you about the room and the jewelry box is validating. So therefore, I'm thinking that, see? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing. So I completely, it's something that's repeating. And when things repeat, they're usually correct. And I try to get them to go away or show me more. And it's like, this is just what's repeating. So I do feel like a male took it out of the jewelry box, because the fact that there's a jewelry box in the room and she's put rings in there, that's validated. So that means the rest of it probably is true too. But it's definitely a male. So again, I don't know if I don't know where your dad is, or if she had a husband. It could be that too, but it definitely feels like a male. I just can't tell what male, but it feels connected to you. So it's family of some sort. It doesn't feel like it's a stranger. And I don't think they'll ever tell you if you ask them about it. It doesn't come across that way. Yeah, girl, I'm doing questions. But definitely, I feel like a male took it out of the... And they might have like pawned it to get money and then went and got it back. I'm not sure if it's still at the pawn shop. But I totally... that's what keeps repeating. And they like won't show me exactly where it is, but it's like a male took it. And the pawn shop keeps coming in. I don't know why. Like, I see like a pawn and like in gold letters, and I don't know if that's exactly how it looks, or it's just they're just trying to show me pawn. So, and again, people can pawn things and then go pick them up. I'm not saying it's still there, but definitely a male that connects to you. That's not. It feels like it's either. I mean, it could be brother, but it's either dad or brother or a boyfriend of some sort. It's one of those three is what it's hard to tell which one it is. Okay, so then if it's, and I don't, like I said, I don't think they tell you, but if it's not dad, it would be another male that would have access to her room, which is brother was the first thing that came to my mind, but because I like usually if it's like lost somewhere, like say under a dresser, under a bed, drop down a sink. Yeah, he feels younger. I agree. I really think it's brother. Honestly, that's my first feeling on it, or someone else that was a male that had access to that room. But like usually if it's somewhere else, I'll usually see the somewhere else. But they keep showing me a male taking it out of a jewelry box over and over and over again. So I don't know. It might be one of those things you might never get the answer on. It's not like they're ever going to tell you, oh yeah, I took mom's ring. Because it's like he could have felt entitled to it, or maybe he needed money. I don't really know. Yeah. So, like I said, is a male that had access and would know where it was. Like it doesn't feel like that's, a guy that's not related that just goes in the room and starts ransacking stuff. It's not like that. It's like someone that knew she put her rings there. So, and when I first started getting information on it, it did come in like more like your brother. That's what I was asking you if you had a brother, because that's what it felt like. So. Yeah, I mean, it could be whoever you think would. That's like, I can't tell who because it's very dark in the room whenever they take it, but it's definitely a younger energy. But it's someone that knew it was there. Do you know where 17 comes in at? I don't know why I'm getting that. I don't know if it's like an age or not. I'm not really sure. I'm not doing mediumship love, but our family's always around us. That can be a date too. I don't know why that's coming in. Are you missing other things? I mean, it's possible. There's definitely a male that took that ring. It's okay. I'm sorry for your losses, Carrie. Unfortunately, that's on Earth. We don't live forever, but we do reunite on the other side. I mean, if you have a lot of things missing, I would tend to think it's a younger male that knows where things are. Like, you know what I mean? It's like someone that knew that it was there. I don't feel it was a stranger, but it feels like a male family member. I kept wanting to go to your brother, but if your brother didn't do it and he has a son, it's very possible. It feels young. It does feel like a younger energy. And if you have other missing things, it makes you kind of wonder if they're not just... Oh, okay. That might just be validation. I don't know why I was getting that. It's kind of weird. Is your daughter's brother not connected? Is it like a... Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday. It's obviously coming from mom. Neo, come on, man. Why are you weird? He's like in love with this other cat and he's fixed. She's fixed. They're both fixed. He just loves on her all the time. It's weird. I mean, it just doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it's a stranger. But it's someone that knew it was there. And if you have other things that are missing, it kind of makes you wonder if someone's not like taking things to sell them or because they want to have them. You know what I mean? And I don't know if she would give me the 17 because I mean, I don't know. You said your daughter's brother, but wouldn't that make it your son too? I don't know why it was said like that. Oh, so he's your like stepson? I mean, he definitely knew it was there. I can't validate what he's saying because that's not what I see. I just see a male going into a dark room, taking it out of the jewelry box. Did she used to take off her ring because did her hands get swollen or something like that? Because she's showing me like swollen hands and like she had to take off her rings and put them away or something. Like she couldn't wear her rings anymore, so her hands would swell and she would take them off. Like that's what she's showing me. Okay. I thought I didn't think so because of the way he worded that. So I don't know if that's why I'm getting 17 or if she just wanted to say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Gotcha. Okay. So stepson. So I don't know what his personality is like, but it's kind of weird that they gave me his age and his birthday was yesterday, but that could just be also like they're saying happy birthday because what are the odds of that, right? He just turned 17 yesterday. So you can take that a different way. Brother for another mother. So all right, but it feels like a younger male has it. It's either one of the sons. If you're saying it's not your brother, then it's got to be one of the younger sons. Okay, that makes sense. So she's just validating like why she took it off and why it was there. Without going into a full mediumship, but and I'm having trouble breathing with her and I want to cough, so I don't know if her lungs were involved at any time at all. But I do get the swelling with her hands as well. So I don't know. I hope that was helpful. That's what it keeps repeating. It doesn't. I feel like the boy, whoever it is, like has darker hair, so it's either dark brown or black or brown. Like it, but it's dark. I keep seeing in a dark room. So, but he feels like a younger energy. Feels like a younger, and he knew it was there. So he would be somebody that was around that knew that, grandma took off the ring and put it, or mom took off her rings and put them in there because her hands were swelling. You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. It's not like like I said, they're not giving it like it's under something or in something, or usually if somebody has put it somewhere, like say, I usually don't get a lot of things being taken like in a lot of readings like that. Usually they'll show me like it's in a closet, it's under a bed, it's under this, it's in this room, like, you know what I mean? Like usually they'll do that and they're not doing that. I just keep seeing someone take it out of the jewelry box like over and over and over again. But it's like dark. It's like they sneak in, they get it, and then they sneak out. But they know exactly where it was. So It would have had to have been before anybody realized it was missing. He's probably right. It probably was around the time that all this was going on, because everybody is like focused on the grieving and everything like that. So, but it is somebody that knew that she had stuff in there, and I'd be curious if you're saying other stuff is missing, if they're not just like taking other things. But I'd be curious because it's almost like they might have stuff that they've taken like in a specific spot in their room or where they are, because it's like I'm getting a reference to, it might not be exactly like this, but the reference is like, because they reference things how I can understand them. The reference is like almost like a klepto, not necessarily, but like, you know how they would take things and like put them in one spot, like either in a drawer or something like that in a room. I'd be curious. I keep getting like a sock. I'm getting a reference like a sock drawer with things like hidden underneath it and socks put on top. So this would tell me like it's definitely a younger energy. But I'm getting that. So I don't know if that's helpful either. But yeah, the dark brown would make sense because that's what it looks. He's got darker hair. Yeah, but I'm seeing him in the. This definitely feels like a younger one. So it's one of those boys. I feel, but I kept wanting to connect to your brother. So I don't know. I'd be curious. So I don't know. Again, like you were saying, other stuff was taken. It's probably the same person, and it's like they take stuff here and there. I don't know, or they have like a collection. That's why I kind of explain it. All right. I hope that was helpful. Okay. So it seems like if other things are missing, that will kind of make sense that someone's taking them. You know what I mean? I just don't. Like I said, all my grandma's rings were missing. We have an idea of who has them, but we'll never see them again, unfortunately. So, in our situation, anyways. I mean, maybe look through people's sock drawers. I don't know why that's coming in. It's kind of weird. All right. Also, do you guys have an A anywhere? Like an A initial? Okay. Hey, Michelle. Any A initials anywhere? I don't know why that's coming in. So, and then Melissa, you're up next. Sorry, I got to get through these faster. Dang it. Yeah, I'm asking you. Okay. Be first or middle or last even, but I don't know. I was getting an A, so if it doesn't belong to you, then I don't know. An A. I'm guessing no. Okay, I don't know where that goes. Okay, so Melissa, you're next, girl. Number 3. Number 3, Melissa. Yeah, I don't know why it's coming in. I have no idea. So if it doesn't fit you, then I don't know. But I have to say it or it won't go away. So start to your training of a type of body work. Energy work. Okay. All right. So I just heard both. So there might be times where you have like decide to do it like on people because sometimes hands-on is better. If you're doing like Reiki or something like that, it feels like it's a healing something with healing. And I get colors too, so I don't know if you're wanting to implement colors, but colors, and that can also be chakras, but colors, crystals, and like something that's, I don't know if it's Reiki or something similar. Definitely energy healing work. I feel like you'll be able to get clients doing it remotely. Again, you have to get out there. So you'll have to use social media to get out there, make a website, right? And what is craniosacral therapy? Is that anything that's like energy work as well? Unless that's just my reference. I don't know what that is. Cranial. You'll have to tell me what. I've literally never heard of that. So Spirit wouldn't know how to show me that. Spirit always hears us, Rogue. Always. They always hear us. So it's like an energy healing thing or something. Because they're like giving me all the ways of energy healing that I know. So even if I'm not getting that exact energy healing, it's like. So the big thing is that I feel like you'll get it, but people have to know about you, right? So you definitely have to put yourself out there. And get clients that way. So, and reviews are always good. If people can write your reviews that you've done, I would, offer like free here and there if you can, just to kind of show people, and then people can tell other people. You know what I mean? They were combining all those 3 things together for some reason. So I don't know if it's like something that's strong that would combine all those things, or if it's just similar. But that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, it's really going to be about we have to build our clientele, right? Like I had to build my clientele and it took me a while. It just depends on how good you are at marketing, like getting yourself out there. So like I said, social media, YouTube, TikTok, making a nice website, doing it for free so that you can get people to come to you. I'm trying to think of the word. But like word of mouth, right? Okay, so that makes sense. So, like, word of mouth is really important too. So sometimes you can offer it, or you can offer deals. Deals are really important as well, just to get going. But being seen is a big part of building any kind of clientele from home. And making sure that, like, you put your website and stuff everywhere. So we never are not where we're supposed to be. So if you're doing this and you want to do this, you will be successful. You can be as successful as you want to be. It just depends on how much work you want to put into it. How well you market yourself is basically it. Like, you have to stand out from the crowd in terms of everybody else. So you have to be unique and put unique things out there. Testimonials would be really good. Videos would be really good about what this is. And maybe even I keep getting referenced like YouTube and TikTok. So maybe even putting videos about how this works, how it can heal you, things like that. But I feel like you might be doing or take some people and do it on them and record it. Something like that. You know what I mean? And then you can offer remotely, because energy can be sent remotely. I do remote healing, and I took Reiki, but that's not even what I use. So it's all about intention and sending that energy. So you'll do both. I feel like later on, and you might even teach this or go to, it's either you teaching or going to like seminars or something like that as well, is what I'm getting. Some sort of seminars also / retreat. And so you might also want to look into doing it like at retreats, like seeing if anybody's hiring for retreats or places where they have different energy healings. Doing an office thing wouldn't be bad, or finding a place to do an office eventually. Like, I feel like you're going to do both. You can really go anywhere you want to go with this. No, questions aren't closed, Jamie. Just, I have you would be number 8 and we're on 3. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, we're always in the field that we're supposed to be in. If you feel a calling to this, then you're supposed to be doing it. But like I said, I feel like even working for retreats or something like that, you might, networking is really important. So, make sure that you're networking. And if you go to different seminars and things like that, make sure you network. You would send the question here when we get to you, and it's $20, and you'd send it to either the link tree or on the screen. The link tree's in the description box. So, but for some reason, I keep getting a reference to like networking be very important with like seminars and stuff like that. So I don't know if there's any coming up, or if you can look to get into like some retreats, and like that's coming in too for some reason. So I'm getting that, like, you'll be successful. And I think eventually, like, you might end up maybe even teaching this on down the line. It doesn't, but I keep seeing you like talking at a seminar or something like that. Yeah. And I keep getting like, again, sometimes people that are like, I notice people that are getting more into like the spirituality stuff. So see if you can get an office somewhere. That would be great. Like, you don't have to work there a lot, just as you need, you can always switch it up later. Nothing is forever. So you can do both. You can do in person and remote. And then one day you can just be all remote if you want, if you don't like the in person. Like, that's totally up to you how you want to do it. You can do anything you want to do. Like, this is your journey. So whichever way you want to take it, whatever ideas you have. But also, I keep saying, did you ever want to open like a metaphysical store? Because for some reason I'm getting like metaphysical stuff in like a store, but then your office is in the back to do healings. So I don't know if that's something you ever thought about doing, that might come in the way in the future, but that's kind of coming up. But yeah, I think you might like, I don't know, check retreats or anything, or check and see if you can rent any offices. But it's going to be like word of mouth, and marketing is going to be your biggest thing. You'll be successful doing it, but you got to quit questioning yourself. You got to quit questioning, is this the right thing I'm doing? I mean, does that make sense? Did you ever want to do like a metaphysical store? I feel like it's almost like on water too, or near the beach or something like that. I don't know if you ever wanted to do that, but it feels beachy to me. That could just be the way that I'm taking it, but it's like all the metaphysical physical stuff is in the front. Like you got all kinds of things, mostly crystals and things like that. And then you're doing healings in the back. Like I'm getting that. So again, you can take it any way that you want to take it, any direction you want to take it. Quit questioning yourself and quit questioning if this is what you're supposed to be doing, because guess what? You wouldn't be doing it if you weren't supposed to. And sometimes it takes us a little while to find what we're supposed to do. So it's just an idea that's coming in, or something that you may do later on when you can. But I keep getting that, and then I also keep getting like teaching or something of that sort. But it feels like way in the future for that stuff. But I know you're asking about like, am I going to be successful? That's what they show me. So yes, you can be successful. Implement your ideas. So when those ideas come in your mind, like out of nowhere, like implement those ideas, because I feel like you're being directed by spirit all the time on what to do with your business, but you need to start following those ideas. So I don't know if you've had ideas come in recently and you've been like, oh, nah, I don't know. Don't question it. We get ideas for a reason. Things come in for a reason. So take those ideas and run with it. But don't quit questioning your path, and quit questioning if you're going to be good at this and if you're going to be able to do this, because guess what? You wouldn't be doing it if you're not supposed to. That's just the way that it goes. More than likely, you've got something about this in your astrology chart, is my guess, because I keep bringing that up. But if you ever had yours done, you'd probably get more validation on that. But look, you wouldn't be doing this type of work and be interested in this if you weren't. So you will be successful. I know lots of people that do remote healings and stuff. I actually have a friend. She does a different kind of Chinese medicine. She offers me healings all the time. She does it remotely. She has a big following. She actually goes to seminars and teaches and things like that. And she does a different kind of healing, but she's very successful with doing it. You can be successful too, but remember, when you start questioning what your purpose is, and when you start like thinking you're not good enough, or you start having doubts, you're blocking your growth, because you're putting like a block up. Remember, our mind is very powerful. Our thoughts create. So you're putting a block up for, this and whatnot. Yeah, this is different. It's like, I've never heard of this before, but different and unique is good as long as it works. Yeah, you can't question it. Like we are always on a path we're supposed to be on. If you've been doing body work for that long, like just because it's a new like realm of things, or a new way of doing things, I mean, we gotta evolve too, right? You already know how to do this. You already know you can do it. You just have to not like questioning it. You'll be successful. We can be successful at whatever we want to do. It's going to take hard work. It's not going to be easy. It might not come easy. You might have to try different things, but I feel like you'll be fine. And there's lots of different things you can do with this too. And you can always like add things on. I don't like, for some reason, yeah, like I often have her just offer to send me healings, and she came around in Idaho 4 and was like, you do so much for people. Can I help you with these healings? I'd never done a healing. I never had a healing done in my life, but I can always feel a boost, whenever she does it. So I know that it works. So you can do it remotely, but I just feel like also like physical isn't going to be bad. Like you can do it like 2 days a week if you want to, 1 day a week, whatever. And just see how it goes, but you're going to have to practice. Like it's going to be word of mouth, and really networking and marketing is like your biggest thing. I don't know why my neck just started hurting. Someone's got neck issues. But also I keep getting crystals with you. So like, I don't know if it's like crystal jewelry, like if you just like them, or you're thinking about like doing like crystal jewelry of some kind. I don't really know. Because you get a reference like those crystals that people wear like on their wrist. I don't know why that's coming in as well. Yeah, my neck just started hurting on this side. See what you guys do to me? So I tell people, I will feel people's pain and not even mean to. That's part of being empathic, is I'll feel it. So it's probably both of you, but it's like on this side. So whoever has an issue on this side, it goes from this side to the back. But mostly this is my right side. So I just like started getting like a twinge in my neck, or it feels like tired or something. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. So yeah, I don't know, Melissa. I keep getting crystals with you too. It might be something you want to implement later on. I'm not sure why that's coming in, unless you just really like them. But yeah, it can be. And especially when people like I'm doing channelings on are like under the influence. Not saying any of you are, but like when I do crime stuff and they are, like I was tossed during Caleb's reading. Like I had somebody message me like, look at the time on that 11:11. There you go. Like you look tossed, Rachelle. And it's with an A next time. But you're welcome. But you sent that at 11:11. So there's your okay. I keep pulling crystals with you, so I don't know. You might want to use them. There is a thing called crystal healing, so you might want to implement that if you can. It's just something extra. Like you can have like a list of things that you offer. You know what I mean? What you offer now, this new thing, and then crystal healings might be something. People use crystals to like clear chakras, do healings, and maybe you can implement something to like give to people to wear or whatever. Thanks for making my neck hurts, guys. So like you can have like a whole list of things, but I don't know, like maybe working a spa or having an office or having a retreat or something, like working in the place. Like I like see that too. So for some reason, like, you know, people like, it's almost like a hairdresser, but for like a spa or something. I don't know. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yep. I think it would be great. And you do have an office, so that's why I keep getting that. Yeah, I keep hearing also, like, I know you probably have this already, but I feel like I'm in a very serene environment. Like I hear like a little trickling of a waterfall, some light music, you know, and then there's like the place where you do your body work at. I get a lot of like blue and teal colors, greens. So those are things that are coming in. So I don't know if your office is like that, but maybe if you want to implement them, I don't know. Sound therapy is coming in too, because I hear like that. You know, like you go, I don't know if you do this in the beginning of your sessions or why that's coming in, but like the gong, like a little gong sound, but also like the whistling cup, right? So I don't know. That's just coming in. So I don't know if you have any of that stuff, if you want to add those colors or those things, but those are like, green is healing and blue is like tranquility. So I'm not sure what colors you have, but my gosh, thanks you guys. Now my neck is killing me. I've never had a spa day. Just saying. I've never been to a spa. So I obviously need a spa day too. I wish we could do like a retreat where we could have like this place and then we all come and we all do different things. Like that would be neat. Like we have a group and then we all do different things. That would be cool. Yeah, I never have either. But one day when one of you guys, well, when we win the lottery. Not cool, not cool. It's like this side of my neck. So I don't know if it's like this one. It feels like a pinched nerve or something. Like it came out of nowhere though. So yeah, it would be. I know. I don't even know how to do it, but it'd be cool if we could like have a place and then people could come and we could like do like we'd have to find out how, but we could do like a sweat lodge and go ghost hunting and go to spa and like do hiking, spiritual stuff, like find some hot springs, like just, you know, do all these things. And at the end we have a big ass party and we all dance under the moon around some fire. I don't know why this is coming in. That'd be fun though. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, Melissa. Did that answer your question? And I know I was like seeing like things in person, but eventually you're going to be fine doing it remotely. Don't even worry about it. I know, right? I have absolutely no idea how to do it, but it would be something I would love to do. Of course, I'd have to come home and take care of the animals and stuff. So, but it would be, yeah, but Joshua Tree is way far from me, like way far. I know it would be fun. It would be fun, but I just have absolutely no idea how to do it. I mean, obviously there would be a charge, but it would be like a retreat, like the Psychic Sleuth retreat, the Psychic Sleuth spiritual retreat. You're welcome, Melissa. All right, Destiny. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It would be fun, though. It would be a blast. I mean, shoot, we could do like, I have enough property. We could put up a big ass tent and everybody could just stay here. We put a big ass tent with like, I mean, it's not the same as a hotel. We don't have to, you guys don't have to stay here every night, but like for like a night or two, put a big ass tent and we can put like, you know, cots and stuff in there or tents or like blow up mattresses or something. It's big enough. It's 2.5 acres. Like we could do it. Yeah. Just like I only got one bathroom though. 2 if I fix the other one. Well, my house is small, but we could make like a big ass tent outside. At least for a couple nights, and you could do it. Everybody else could do a hotel for like a couple days so that, you know, you guys could go get showers and stuff. Right? It would be fun. It would be a blast. But my neighbors probably wouldn't like it. My neighbors are a little close. All right, Destiny, where are you at, girl? Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to bring the camping toilets here. You'd have to like, it kind of suck, but I mean, you can rent porta potties, but that's not like the same as like showers. So we would only do it for like a day or night or so. Yeah, we'd have to do like we'd have to figure out like a retreat. Like I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so obviously. And I don't know how it might end up being kind of expensive because, you know, we'd have to pay for everything. I don't know. That's just something that's something I'd love to do, but I'd also like to start a foundation to find missing people, but I don't know how to do that either. So I know, right? She'd be down to come too. All right, Destiny Hope. I can always use it. Destiny Hope, are you here? Oh, if you guys have to leave, if you fall asleep, please just reach out, email, and I'll finish your question that way. I've caught up except for one that I forgot about, and she just messaged me, and I was like, oh, thank God you messaged me because I guess I forgot to write her down because I forget things. Or I think I do them and I don't. It says Destiny Hope here, but make sure, again, if you guys have to go to sleep or you fall asleep or whatever because it's late, that you guys do that. You guys make sure you reach out. Okay. Destiny Hope, are you here? I'm going to call you a few more times, number 4, and then we'll move on. And then if we have to come, we'll call you again after the next one and continue on. Destiny Hope, Destiny Hope, Destiny Hope, Destiny Hope, Destiny Hope, Destiny Hope. Can you tag people in the comments? I don't know if that'll work. Probably not. All right, we'll come back to her. Diane Elizabeth, are you here? Diane Elizabeth, are you here? We'll go back to Destiny and Diane Elizabeth. You here? We're gonna keep going down the list and we'll revisit people. If she did, she can just message me. I can answer it that way. I hate to get my list going again. I literally just caught up on that, and now I've got to get caught up on my products. So freaking hot, you guys, during the day. Oh my god, I'm like dead by the time nighttime comes. Okay, all right, Diane, here we go. What's your question, girl? I'm trying to see where it is. Sometimes whenever I'm trying to find missing objects, they come in really quick and I'll get descriptions of it, or sometimes I can't see where they're at. I think you might end up having to buy another one. You're still with your husband, right? Or did this one have particular meaning? So I'm trying to see where it is, and it's like, did you like take it off and put it somewhere? Hey, Destiny, I'll come back to you, okay? I was calling you and I didn't see you, so I went on and I said I'd come back after this one. So let me just answer this question and I'll come back to you. Okay. Did you take it off near water by chance? I don't know why I'm getting that. Like I hear like a sink running or something. I know that seems kind of obvious, but okay. Because it's almost like, have you guys checked in the trap of the sink? It's okay, Destiny. Just let me answer this and I'll come right back to you. Don't go anywhere, okay? Not a big deal. Okay. Like was it like near water or something when the last place that you remember it being? I found Tammy's wedding ring. I don't remember where I told her it was. Why that's coming in right now. Because I've forgotten that. Freaking neck hurts. Okay, let me ask you something. I know that wedding rings are expensive, okay? And all of that. Although I've never had one myself. I know they are. I don't know why I'm getting this, so I'm just going to ask you. Because it's repeating. I'm not saying this is what your wedding ring is. But have you ever wanted a pink diamond wedding ring? I don't know how expensive those are. Or pink in your... I'm seeing like a pink diamond. Or a pinkish tint to a diamond. I don't know why that's coming in. But it won't go away till I say it. Well, I keep getting water, so I don't know if you check if you ever leave it on the sink and you've checked the traps of your sink. I don't know why that's coming in like that. Like I said, sometimes it's really clear where things are, and I'll get clues to it, and sometimes it's not. Do you ever do any like outside work or gardening or anything like that? Yeah, I know I'm not talking about it being the one that you lost. I'm just wondering if that was ever something that you wanted. Or some kind of pink stone. I don't know if it's a pink diamond or pink stone because I keep seeing it. And I'm not saying it's the one you lost, but I keep seeing something like that. So I don't know if this is like a chance for you to get like a new one. Or if you may get one like that because it's repeating. So what I'm saying is it can be something in the future. I'm not saying now. Okay. I'm saying I'm seeing it as maybe something you get out in the future. I'm not saying that's what you're missing now. They're showing me a new ring. So you might have to get a new ring. Just hang on to that. Okay. And I don't know exactly where you're going to get it or whatever. But remember, these are intuitive guidance questions, psychic, like questions for the future. So sometimes future stuff will come in. It doesn't mean you know anything about that ring right now. But whatever I see, I have to tell you because it will repeat and it won't go away. So that's what I'm seeing. And they are repeating it. So it might be something that you get in the future, whether that be a new wedding ring or a ring in general. Okay. So just hang on to it. It does not make sense right now. Because I see everything for a reason, and I'll have people tell me no, and they'll come back later and they'll be like, you know what? Okay, this makes sense now. So just hang on to it. Because I keep getting water. So I don't know if you had it on the sink somewhere, if you ever put it on the sink somewhere, or you took it off for some sort of water or something, pool or whatever that may be. There's just a reference to water. So I don't know if that was a place you ever put it because you said you put it in different places. What is up with you guys having me try to find stuff tonight? I haven't tried to find stuff in a while. I used to do it all the time. And sometimes it would come to me so easy and sometimes it just doesn't. It just depends. Okay. I don't know why I was getting that unless you have somebody on the other side that likes gardening, unless it's somebody else in the chat. Hey, Gretchen. Because I was getting like something about like gardening gloves, and that could be like, say I planted a flower or something like that, or I planted a plant. Doesn't necessarily mean you do that all the time. I'm not really sure why I'm getting that, but I have to say it because I'm not really sure. Okay, because I keep getting a reference to water. So have you checked the traps of your sink? Okay, Kathy. You're number 9. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with my questions. Hello, CB. Okay. Do the favor whenever you get a chance and check the traps. I mean, I don't know if they stay there or not. Like, I just keep hearing water, so I'm wondering if it went down the sink. I know that's kind of an obvious thing, but I keep hearing running water, so I'm just wondering. That's the only thing I'm getting with that. Huh. Stacy, that's weird. I don't know why I'd be picking that up. I mean, they could be dish gloves. I didn't take them as dish gloves. I took them as gardening because I was outside, like in the earth, like putting a flower or something. Hang on, Destiny. Okay. Did you check the junk drawer? Unless it's when you gave your kids a bath. I don't know. You guys, now I'm confused if everybody lost their fucking rings. I can't do it. I can't do it. This is the problem I'm having. Is zoning in just on yours. What about when you give your kids baths? I can't get away from the water. And I'm guessing you checked the junk drawer. Because the other place I was getting was like where I told Tammy, if I remember right. I told Tammy to check because I found her wedding ring. And she always, it's weird because it's kind of a similar situation. Like she always had it. She took it off to do dishes too, but she usually put it on the sink. I was kind of getting something similar with her, but then she ended up, I told her to check like between the bed and her nightstand or something on the floor, and she found it there. So yeah, I'm so confused because I'm getting, it seems to me like I'm picking up all the missing wedding rings. Okay. And have you looked like, because that could be why I'm hearing the water too. I could be misperceiving that. Like they could be trying to tell me it went missing when you like took it off for water. So that could be why I'm hearing water, not necessarily that it's next to it. But if you're giving your kid a bath or doing dishes and you took it off and put it there, what's interesting is because you're talking about like you placed it on their dresser, which is similar to where Tammy's was and why I'm getting that reference maybe. But hers was like nightstand bed, like on the ground. And she kept telling me, no, it wasn't there. No, it wasn't there. And I had her go back and check and she found it. So, I'm thinking maybe you need to check wherever you like in and around the cracks and everything of where you put it when you use water. That's the way that I can take it. Because I guess keep hearing water. So they could be saying symbolically the way that this works, the way that I've learned that this works, is they're trying to tell me like wherever you took it off, whenever you were working with water or doing dishes, giving the kids a bath, whatever that may be, wherever you normally put it, I would check in and around that area. Not saying that you haven't. Yeah, well, wherever the water is running and wherever you put your ring. Does that make sense? So even sometimes they have like the cracks like behind, where between the wall and the floor, I don't know, or wherever, or it could have been on the ground and got kicked around. I would check like under beds, under dressers, anything like that. In the area or behind it, in the area where you normally put it when you're working with water. Because water seems significant. And if you don't have it near water, when you take it off, they're trying to tell me you lost it last time you took it off and were messing with water, if that makes sense. Like I said, they'll give me puzzle pieces. I have to kind of put it together. So if I keep hearing water, you don't take it off and put it there near the water. Go wherever you put it whenever you're using water, if I'm making sense. And check all around there. If you can't find it for some reason, I think there might be something you guys are going to have to come up with in the future. Sometimes we lose things for a reason and we're supposed to get new ones for whatever reason. So There might be a new one in the future. Or watch, you get a new one and then you'll find the old one. But I mean, that's what I'm getting on that. I don't know if that makes sense. Like wherever you put it, whenever you take it off and you're working with water, if you put it the same place every time, maybe it got knocked off or it's around there or something, or it got kicked. Like I would check around and in and under everything. I had someone tell me that they were looking for, I don't know, their jewelry or diamonds or something, and they checked their closet. And she said it's not there. And I said, yes, it is. Go back to the closet and recheck it again. And she found it. So sometimes we can check things and overlook things and it be there or show up later. I don't know. I kind of feel like I keep getting reference to a new one though, and like you in a store looking, so maybe it's time for a new ring. I don't know, but definitely I would look around wherever you put it, whenever, because it seems like, I don't know if that was. Do you remember if that's the last time that you, hang on, Destiny? Do you remember if it's the last time that you took it off, or you don't remember? It was either when you were giving the kids a bath or whenever you were doing dishes or something with water, because I just keep picking up water with it. So it's got to be wherever you put it whenever you're messing with water. That's the way I'm taking it. But I also keep seeing like you shopping for a new ring. So maybe it's time for a new ring. I don't know. But I do think it's during bath time. I mean, that makes sense because the running water and everything. Did you check everywhere in the spot where you normally put it? Like under everything in that room, around everything in that room, behind the dresser in that room, like everywhere. I know it's hard because we got memories attached to it. But then if you find it, then you have 2 wedding rings. But sometimes that happens. I mean, I would check again wherever you put it, whenever you take it off for water. And I've had people tell me, I've checked there, and then I send them to recheck and they find it. It's the weirdest, damnedest thing. So I would check everywhere that you take it off whenever you're giving baths. Behind the dresser, under the dresser, behind the bed, anywhere that it could have possibly went. I know you probably have. Just recheck that. But I also get a reference to like a new ring, and it might have a pink tint to it. I don't know if I'm picking that up for the other person or if it's coming in because of you. I don't know. I just know it was something like I couldn't get rid of. So sometimes it's easy to find things. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, I was going to ask you if your kid could have gotten it. I was going to ask you that because I saw him running around in a towel. So I don't know like how, like if that's possible for him to do that. I don't know if you checked like his toy boxes and stuff. Because I definitely feel like it went missing around like a bath time, wherever you put it during bath time. So that's what I would do, is check around everywhere like that I just said, and maybe even check his toy boxes. Because I was going to ask you that actually, because I kept seeing like a kid running around in a towel, but I don't know. I don't know if that's why, or unless they're just validating the bath thing. Again, it's puzzle pieces, so I try to put it together in my mind too. It definitely feels like if you're going to find it, it should be around somewhere that you put it when you give baths. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, maybe just check his toys just to be on the safe side if he has like a toy box or something like that. But I do keep getting like that's the last place you had it. Like I keep getting bath time or water. Reference to water, whenever you used water. So wherever you put it, whenever you're messing with water, whether bath time or whatever it was, then I would check. Yeah. I mean, I just saw him like running by in a towel. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you guys have a pool, if you took it off when you went in the pool. There's definitely water involved. So last time it feels like wherever you take it off and you put it when there's water involved is where I would check all around. I know you've probably already done that, but just do it again for me. If you can't find it, you might have to get a new one. I know it's not the same, but look at it as like a new anniversary ring or something like that. And then maybe one day you'll find it. I can't tell you one day or another one way or another if you're going to find it, because that's not really clear right now. I wish it was. I wish I knew everything. Unfortunately, I don't. So it's like one of those things that I'm not getting an outcome as far as that's concerned, but I definitely feel like the last time, or you lost it after some sort of messing with water in some way. I don't know. I hope that was helpful. I don't know if that makes sense. It's okay, Patty. I probably should have put paid on that thing, but yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like it could be a new one. Okay. I don't know. Let me know if you find it. If you need any more help, just email me. Let me know. I got to go back up here to Destiny's question. Okay, Destiny. Now I'm at your question. Now keep in mind I am not a lawyer. I cannot give legal advice and anything like that. And I probably won't get an exact amount. I'll probably get a range or something like that. I mean, I think we all want to retire early. You're welcome. Oh, geez. No, I really feel there's water involved because that's something I can't let go of. So usually when stuff repeats, it's like they're trying to tell me yes, 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 and they'll repeat it until I say it or until I realize it or I push it, you know? So it's repeating for a reason. Just let me know if you need any more help. I might be able to try to do a better job privately. I never know. So, all right, Destiny. Hello. Elflo. Okay, so Destiny, you're here now, right? Because I think you were behind because I was answering that question. You were asking your question. Yeah, Diane, are you having an anniversary soon? Because I was like, maybe a new anniversary ring or something. Shoot. I washed my hair in the warm water now. Now it's fading again. You have anything in September, Diane? Destiny, come back. I think she's behind because I was like, wait a minute. She keeps asking. So I think she's behind. She's got to catch up. Destiny, can you catch up? Destiny. She was just here. I'm pretty sure she's behind though, because I was telling her to wait and she was asking a question. So I usually get a range with this. I think they're gonna offer like a couple deals. I would push I would push, like, I wouldn't take like the first couple deals because they're gonna try to get off easy. I would make sure that all your medical bills are paid as part of your deal. Um, depending on how bad this injury is. Um, yeah, so I don't know if they've tried to push. Okay, there you are. Thank God. I don't know if they try to push like deals on you or they've tried to make you take like a lesser amount of money, but I would make sure that again, all of your medical needs are taken care of. Like they cover that in the deal. Like that's coming in really strongly for the rest of your life. In case you have issues with this or you need more surgeries or whatever it may be. Um, I don't know if it's your right one. I keep wanting to point to this way. So that would be something that I would make sure that you ask for, like counter offering. I'm getting 500,000 really strongly, but I don't know if it's like up to 500,000 or 500,000. Like I said, I get a range. I don't normally get the exact amount. So that's coming in really strongly and it kind of won't go away. Okay, your anniversary. So your anniversary is coming up. I mean, we were almost in June. July, August, September, October. That's 4 months away, girl. Like I said, it's weird that I said new ring for your anniversary like early. So that's not that far away. I'll honestly be here before we know it. Okay, I'm answering. I think you're still behind, Destiny. And then Psychic Medium Roberto, you're next after Destiny if you're still here. I haven't seen him comment. Hopefully he's not. I know, I got you. She's behind. Okay, Kathy. Okay, so are you hearing what I'm saying currently? It's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay, Psychic Medium. I'm just letting you know you're next. Well, you should be like at the end of where like the red line is. I just need you to validate if that makes sense. I'm on number well, I had to go back to Destiny, so we guess we're on number 5 right now. And you're number 9, Kathy. So just hang tight. Destiny, can you hear what I'm saying now? I'm saying, can you hear me now? Okay. So what I was saying was that make sure I said that they were going to be offering you some They're going to try to get you to take a deal. I would counteroffer. Make sure that you put your medical bills in there. So medical bills for life needs to be part of this deal in case you have to have more surgeries or you have issues later on. If it's not already, make sure that that's in there. And I keep wanting to go to my right shoulder, so I don't know if it's your right shoulder arm that's involved. But that's coming in strongly to make sure that that is a part of your deal to have all your medical things taken care of for life. Okay. Because I don't know if there's a surgery that could come up, because I keep getting reference to maybe another possible surgery or something like that down the line. And I'm repeating myself again, so hopefully you're hearing this and everything, because I don't know what's going on. Also, I feel like, again, you'll win it, no problem. But there's a reference to, and again, I don't get exact numbers. And sometimes they get ranges. So I'm getting a reference to 500,000 very strongly. That could be up to 500,000 or 500,000. Okay. But I'm getting that like really strongly or close to 500,000. That's a number that keeps kind of like being shown to me. Okay. So does all that make sense? Like, don't take anything, like, don't let them push you into taking something that's like less than what you need or want. Like, I feel like there's a potential to counter offer and get more of what you need, but make sure that your medical bills are in there, because there's something coming up again. You might have to have another surgery or something like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's coming in. Is it your right one by chance? Lord, Diane, there is. I probably picked up on every single one of them. As I said, I might be able to help you better if you email me if you can't find it. So, okay. Yes, I understand that. But there might be other things that you can learn to do that aren't so physically straining. I don't know if you've applied for any sort of disability or anything like that as well, but I'm definitely okay. I don't know why I'm like getting reference to my right shoulder. That's kind of weird. I usually get that right. Regardless, that's what's coming in. There's going to be some sort of surgery, I think, in the future. And I would make sure that all of your medical bills are covered in the deal that you're given. And again, I keep getting a reference to 500,000. It could be up to that or that amount or really close to that amount, but they keep giving me that really strongly. And again, I feel like if they offer you something, I keep getting a reference to a counter offer, more of what you need. Like, don't be afraid to ask for what you're going to get, because I think if they took this to court, they'd lose anyways. And they know that. So, okay, 2 surgeries, but I feel like there's something in the future that's coming up with a you might need another surgery later. I hate to say that, and I hope it's not on the right one, because there's a reference to my right shoulder, but they are pushing the fact that you need to put your medical bills in that, not just about money, but your medical bills in there for life. For whatever reason, Spirit is pushing that very strongly. Okay. In regards to your shoulder. They're not probably going to cover everything, but in regards to your shoulder. Okay. My dogs are sleeping. I'm jealous. I don't feel as tired as I did, though. Does that make sense? I hope that was helpful. I hope you heard everything I said. I did repeat it a couple times, so hopefully you got it. And I feel like there might be something that you can do later on down the line that you really like, maybe from home or something like that, that's not as strenuous, that you're able to kind of do, that you love. I would go entrepreneurial or find some sort of, I don't know, something like that you really love to do, because it's almost like coming in that If there's another passion for you to chase, that you're able to do, like that you should, chase that passion. Because sometimes we hit a rock wall, right? And it's because we're being forced to make a change. Sometimes spirit will literally force us to make a change, whether it's quit a job, quit a career, switch directions, right? So it might be time, if you have a different sort of passion that you're able to do, with your disability. Okay. So go find your passion and find something else that you really want to do, or try to look into entrepreneurship. It feels like you're not chasing your passion. So whether you can go back to school and find something that you're more passionate about that you can do physically. That's what spirit's coming in. Like, it's almost like this happened so that you could shift directions and go in a new direction. Because they're talking about, like, sometimes this will happen when we're off our path. We'll get kicked back on our path. Well, you can retire, but you can still do things from home. You can still have passions and things that you love to do and be creative and whatnot. So maybe there's something that you really want to do that you're creative about, or it's more entrepreneurial. You know what I mean? So that's coming in, because spirit's almost like sometimes, again, we'll be forced to stop whatever we're doing and put in a new direction. So if there's anything creative that you want to do or entrepreneurial that you want to do, maybe look into doing that. And I don't mean like full school, like any type of training. If you want to, maybe you just want to learn something. Shit, maybe you want to learn astrology. Maybe you want to learn this. Maybe you want to learn that. Who knows? Like, just for fun, just for something for you to do. It's coming in like you need to find some joy in your life and like do more things that you love. You know what I mean? And I would look into maybe at one point, you will qualify for SSI and disability. I know it's not a lot, but also make sure that when you get this money, like, you talk to somebody about investing it so that it will grow. Okay. And that you can retire and can just worry about travel. Cause I feel like you want to travel too. I'm getting a reference to traveling, and you may do that. So cause they're showing me like, exotic or places with water or something like that. I also get that's also symbolic for like vacation. So maybe you'll travel a little bit too, but it's like by 65, I feel like you'll be, I'm not saying it's going to take you to 65 to retire. Don't take it like that. It's a range. So any time between now. Oh, I was going to tell you that. Okay. I was going to ask you that, but I wasn't sure if you actually read that. So that was another thing I was coming up on, was tarot cards. Shit, I should have said it. I hate when I question myself like that. I question it because I just questioned it. So then again, that's a passion, and you could be forced to be taking that passion to YouTube or having private clients or whatever it may be. So that's kind of coming in. So it's almost like they want you to kind of follow your passion. So if that's a passion of yours, then there's ways to make money doing that, where you can quit your job. There's lots of people on here on YouTube that do YouTube readings for months. Damn, I wish I would. I'm so mad at myself for not saying that now, because I was seeing flipping cards. There are people on here that do have YouTubes that are old. Some of them are older. You don't even have to show really your face. You can just show the cards. Okay. They did a monthly reading for people if you have the energy or whatever it may be. And they have, lots of subs, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. They're good at it. They make their income that way. So that might be a passion that Spirit's telling you to make income with, or something of that sort. Might be why astrology came in. Not necessarily astrology, but something similar, or you want to learn something new that you can add. Just hit myself with my pen. I did. I wanted to say it. I questioned it. I do that a lot. I even do that in like, because that's why I was saying astrology. I was like getting to that point, but I questioned it. I do that. I hate when I question myself like that, but I tend to. But yeah, there's a passion for you. So that's like a passion, right? That's something creative. So you can do an income. You can do an extra income on that, even if it's just like on YouTube. So you can start doing it now, build up your channel or build up your stuff, and then maybe one day you don't have to work anymore. Because I don't think that, like, there's a couple that I watched that I don't even think they have a regular job. I think they do this all the time. That's if you want to, or you could just do it on the side or extra or whatever it may be, right? But you have to monetize your passions and monetize what you love doing. And then when you get this, like, make sure that you talk to an investor and invest it, things like that. But I do feel like you will travel in some way. I mean, if you want to live in Italy, try to live in Italy, but I feel like you're going to travel. Definitely, I feel like you near water. So, yeah, but do you have like a YouTube channel or anything that can grow and make you like good money? Like, just think about it. Something to think about. Watch those like monthly readings and see how they do it. See, of course there's smaller channels, but then there's really big channels that really do really well, depending on how people like you and how you are. It's just an idea, but it's just like spirits like saying like monetize your passions, do something creative. Like that way maybe you can get out of the mundane work that you're into. I'm getting like by 65, you're kind of going to be where you want to be. Because they're giving me a range, but they give me 65, not necessarily going to be 65, but by 65 is the way it comes in. Like that's the range from now until then. Yeah, I wish I would have said it myself. I was getting there too. So that's my spirits. Like that's why the entrepreneurial thing came in. You know what I mean? Like the entrepreneurial thing came in because that's entrepreneurial. Yeah, actually, Lizzie is a nurse too, and she can't do it anymore because she hurt her neck and her shoulder too, through work. So, of course, she's younger than you. She's only 42, or she'll be 42. But same situation, kind of. I don't think it's the same injury, but same situation. Can't really do much about it either. So, kind of sucks because she can't. She did it like with a patient or something, like dropping or lifting, or I can't remember the whole story, but yeah, that's kind of what her issue too. So, kind of sucks because she loves it. But she was looking into like there was other jobs that she could do, like I think it's some kind of clinical what she wants to do like a teaching thing or something. I don't know. Like maybe teaching like I don't know, you can't really teach a CPR class. I don't know. I'm getting like you need to follow your passions because Spirit was getting that like like the creative side, the entrepreneurial side, like whatever it is you need to go that direction. You know what I mean? Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, I think there's going to be another surgery or some kind of medical advancement that will help you more. Because they do like the stem cells and the replacements and all that now, where they like as things advance, there might be something that comes up that will advance next year. It comes in that something may happen that it's going to help you in that way. So maybe it's the coordinator. No, that's not what she was going to do. I can't remember what the hell she said she was going to do. But she also, she doesn't feel good sometimes. So, but yeah, that's why Spirit was like, go to your passions, go entrepreneurial vibe, because that's what cards is. You just have to find your way to find a way to monetize what you love. Like, I love doing this. It takes a lot of my time, and people are always like, oh, you could get an extra job. No, I can't. I don't even have time to like do this. Like, this is so draining in itself. I wouldn't, if I got another job, I wouldn't be able to do this. And what other job am I going to do? Because it's what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So sometimes things happen so that we switch our focus and switch our life, and you know that. So hopefully you will get going on your whatever your passions and creativity and entrepreneurial web that you want to do. And thank you so much, Natalie. I was drained earlier, but I'm not feeling as bad right now. Yeah, I'm doing $20 questions, and you would probably be the last question because I'm tired now. I'm getting tired. If you wanted to, it's $20 a question, and I'm getting ready to be on number 6. It is very draining at times. Yeah, it is for sure. No doubt. But it's like working with people's, like even the cards are draining. So people don't understand. I have a lot of people, they don't get it that cards are literally an extension of you. So they still drain you when you use them. You're still using your energy. Because I get people tell me, oh, you don't need them. But it's a part of the practice. It's a part of you. There's nothing wrong with using tools for more insight. So I don't know. That's just ideas that are coming in. It's definitely like passion They want you like to go towards your passion and, you know, monetize that. And like I keep getting like this again creative entrepreneurial thing, which would be tarot cards. So oh, Natalie, don't send it through. That's okay. I didn't want that's why it's on the screen. I don't do super chat because they take 50% or something. So they take like $10. So that's why I don't usually do super chats for the questions. That's why the donation thing is on the screen, or the link tree is in the description box, but that's okay. Just that's why I don't like to do super chats for questions, because YouTube takes like most of it. Okay. So if that was helpful, Destiny, you'll have to let me know how things go, and I wish and hope all the best for you. That's okay, but that's why it's on the screen. That's okay. It is what it is. You're welcome. Sorry about the little mix up there. All right. Psychic medium Roberto. You're next. Are you still here? Hopefully. If you guys fall asleep, make sure you email me. It's all right, girl. It's totally up to you. I just know that YouTube takes most of it. Ha ha. Okay, so earlier when you asked me this, like, I don't know why. I'm just gonna say it, but I don't know what it means. I keep getting like sailing. Like, I don't know if you ever wanted to go sailing. I'm not saying that you're gonna like sail across the world or anything like that. Like, it could be symbolic for traveling by a boat or traveling by like a I would say like cruise, but I don't think so. I think they would show me a cruise ship, but I keep sailing with you. Can be symbolic. So 6 to 12 months from now, because next year feels better for the traveling for some reason. But it's like next year, like earlier in the year, like maybe April, May. That kind of feels like a timeline. Like they keep taking me to next year, but it's like earlier in the year. March, April, May, like time frame. But do you want to go where there's like water or something? Why am I getting this like sailboat with you? I don't understand that. Does a sailboat make sense to you? Because like when you asked the question before, I kept seeing a sailboat pop in my mind. So I don't know if you want to go to a place where there's water and you might go sailing or something like that. But I'm getting like also, where is this place? I'm seeing like you in I don't know where it is though. I don't know if it's like France or Italy, or it's a place like that. Okay, Berlin would make sense. It's like got like that kind of vibe to it, like, because I keep seeing the city, like in the city where like the buildings, they kind of look like like France or Italy, or I don't know how Berlin like buildings look. But it's like, you know, like the, how do I explain it? They're like the like stone mystic kind of city. I explain it like, I guess if you look at, I don't know if that's how Berlin looks. I'm not good at like geography and stuff. Like I suck at it. So I've only like been to a few places in my life and I've never been overseas. So I'm just going off like pictures or what I'm being shown. I don't know if that makes sense. But I do get like the older style cities that are like the buildings are made of like stone and rock, and I don't know if that makes sense. But I am getting like sailing. So if it is a coastal city, then I could totally see you like learning to sail or something like that. Like that comes in really clearly for some reason. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting, like March, April, May time frame. But I want to go like towards earlier. I should have said February because it's like it feels earlier in the year, but it's like next year. It doesn't feel like it's this year for some reason, but it feels like next year, like early year. So that would make sense about what I'm kind of feeling. But it might be like maybe more March, April. Or there might be a significant change in April of some sort. But I don't know, does Dublin have like old castles and stuff? Because it's interesting. They show me like a city kind of like France or Italy or somewhere that's similar to that. So you might go to a place like that, even if it's just to visit. But then I'm also getting a reference to like greenery and castles and water. So it's like two different places. So I don't know if the city looks like that, or if it's just a different city you go to, because it keeps coming in like Italy, France. Like, how far is that? I don't know if you ever really wanted to go there. Like that's what the city I'm seeing reminds me of. I know nothing about freaking overseas. Like I've never seen it with my eyes. Like I guess I can look it up and see. Let me look it up and see if that's what I'm seeing. Because it's gonna bug me. Oh, okay. So that's where the Europe is coming in. Because I like France, Italy. Is that Europe? I don't know my geography. I'm telling you. I feel like I don't know nothing. Okay. In Europe, you'll find some famous capitals: Amsterdam, Berlin, Madrid, Rome, London, Paris, Prague. Yes, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, that makes sense. I had to look. I don't know where Europe and Berlin is. Okay, yeah. So Berlin is that area. Okay, so that makes sense. Yes, yes. Europe, Paris, France, like yes, yes, yes. Rome, London, yeah, all that. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. That's what I was seeing because I had to look and see what the hell Europe was and where Berlin was. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think that's what I was seeing for sure. Now that I see what cities are in there or what capitals are in there. Because I'm like, man, I'm seeing like I feel like I'm in France or Paris, or I couldn't think of the word Europe. London would make sense as to where I was seeing it. So yeah, but definitely like next year, like I said, February, March, April. But there's something happening in April time frame. But I don't know, maybe you learn how to sail because that keeps coming in too. So that's kind of weird. But just hang on to that. Yeah. And the castles could be for Germany. Like it's symbolism, but I just don't know where I'm at. But that makes sense because I just didn't know like where Berlin was. Like I had to look it up. So yeah, because I was getting that kind of feel. So London, France, Paris, like that kind of Eiffel Tower. Where's the Eiffel Tower? Is that in Paris? Like you might do some like traveling around there, but yeah, I'd be curious if you learn to like sail or something, or where that's gonna pop in at, because that's kind of weird. Because I've been seeing that since you first asked the question, and I don't. June, July, August. Okay, I was getting like 8 months. 8 months would be January. I don't know if something's gonna shift in January in 8 months too. Are you doing? Where does a documentary come in or something like that? Are you doing some sort of documentary, or is it a show that's similar to a documentary? I think a lot of people put fear into war and stuff, and we need to just not be putting the fear out there, because that doesn't help anything. Is it like kind of like a documentary though, or like similar to it? Okay, makes sense. Or maybe you'll go on a sailing trip while you're there. That sailboat's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so it's kind of like a documentary type. That makes sense. I'm freaking hungry again. I don't want to be hungry anymore. I have 1. Alicia, Jamie, Kathy has 2, and Natalie. I think I'll be done after that because I'm feeling kind of tired already. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate it. If you want to email me, maybe we can do it that way. Okay. I'll flow. I just don't want to get behind on my questions again. Oh, there goes a light. It's a blue one too. Yeah, if you want to email me, maybe we could do it through email. Just I don't have really timing on that, but I have a little bit more time now than I did. I've got one more question ahead of you, but I'm waiting for the other one because I can't find the other lady. So maybe 2 questions if I can get a hold of her. She seems to disappear a lot. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just saying I think that the problem is a lot of people we put too much into fear. Like I try not to. I'm just like things are gonna happen, they're gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit and worry about it and stress on it because what good does that do me? It doesn't do me any good, you know? I don't know who that was. That could be anybody. All right. I hope that answered your question, Psychic Medium Roberto. I think it'll do good. I think you'll do good. I keep getting like like I said, like a docu-series or a documentary or something that's similar along those lines. Okay. All right. Alicia Bailey is next. I'm going to turn off my air conditioner. You guys just give me 5 seconds. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. That makes sense. Good. That could be again why I was getting like the castles and stuff too. Yeah, totally makes sense to what I was seeing now that we're putting it all together. Last night this light came on and I was like on the couch and I didn't get up and it stayed on this one over here and it stayed on for a while or no, it wasn't this one, it was this one. And they don't go off, they just turn on. I have to turn them off. And then this one came on. And yeah. And I did that with the ball, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Because I was turning off the other one. No, I just don't want to run it anymore. I do turn it off at night because I can't afford to run it like that. I mean, it says it's 81 in here, but it doesn't feel bad. It's fine. It keeps kicking on and off, and I just don't want to do that. So, Alicia Bailey, where are you? And again, if anybody got questions and you fall asleep or you have to leave, make sure you email me. Oh, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that makes sense as to what I was seeing, like with the city and everything, and then all the ruins and the, I don't know, castles and stuff. So that makes sense. It makes sense now that you're saying that. Just need to know my geography better. I'm like, what's in Europe? Stupid. Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, Alicia Bailey, are you here? She doesn't answer soon. I'll have to leave and go to the next one and then come back. Alicia Bailey. How do you think I feel remoting into the US? Right. I don't know what that means. We should do like a live or something one day. That would be kind of fun, though. Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, mine too. Alicia Bailey. Yeah, we should do a live or something. Just email me. I think we talked about it last year and we never did it. I don't see Alicia. I did just comment on her Venmo because I don't see her anywhere. Alicia Bailey, are you here? I'm always about helping other channels that I really like grow, so Chastity needs to get her butt together and get back. We need to find our next live. All right, I don't know where she is, so I did send her a message. So I'll come back to her after I answer the next one. Bug on here. Get off here, Bug. Okay. Okay. So after Alicia, I'll come back to her. In case we have the same issue we had earlier. Otherwise, I message her. Jamie, you're next. Jamie, then Kathy, then Natalie, and then I guess the other person said they'd email me, which is good because it's going on 3 hours. I'm getting kind of... I wish I could get through them faster, but I tend to not give vague answers. Oh, girl, I mean, at least things are running. So even if I have to run extension cords, it's better than not having anything. I didn't have the extension cords and I kind of panicked because it was so hot and I was like, what am I going to do? So I'm feeling better other than it's still hot in my, it's still in the 80s in my house. I can't get up and run my air conditioner early and like get it cool in here because I don't want to run it because the electric's so high. So, I don't know what is voting day. Oh, okay. I can't believe you're up. I'm not an early riser. Yeah, it was, it's just one thing after another. Like my well broke. I owe a bunch on that. So right now I'm just trying to get by, and I've really got to get my YouTube really going. Otherwise this is not going to work out. Okay. I'll talk to you later if you're leaving. All right. Where did the question go? I lost it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Keep in mind, we are never where we're not supposed to be. And that means the twists and turns of life. That means any sort of see you later. I found it, Jamie. Thank you. It is, because remember that we're always on a path. And sometimes that path is hard, sometimes it's easier. Like there has to be a balance. It can't be good all the time. It can't be bad. Like there has to be a balance in things. So sometimes it feels like even if we are kind of falling down, we just get back up and we keep going, right? So I don't know if you've had sometimes like in the past where you've kind of struggled with moving forward, but I feel like you're in a good time in your life, and I continue to see you doing that. I know we've talked before on here. I can't remember what you do. Or do you do some kind of physical work? I also feel like you're very independent, which is really good. So I feel like you're building a life for yourself, and as long as you're following your dreams and your goals and your aspirations, okay. I couldn't remember if if you had a physical job or not, if that was you or not, because I talked to so many people. I can imagine you do hate it. I feel like you can move on to other things if you wanted to. You just have to figure out what you want to do and follow a new passion if you really hate it that much. So, that's a big thing that Cat's just like pushing himself on the dog. That's the one thing that I feel like if you're not living your passions and you're not living what you do, then it's time to look and see what you do love to do and start going towards that direction. That doesn't mean quit your job tomorrow and just say I quit and just start going that direction. Like I feel like you'll have to slowly go into it, whether you have to do a different sort of class or whatever that may be, because I'm getting like you're not living your passions. So I think sometimes that's why maybe you're questioning if you're going in the right direction. We're always where we're meant to be at the time we're meant to be there, so that's where you need to be right now. But I feel like in the future, yeah. That's what evolving is, right? We're always growing. And our life is what makes us grow. Like what happens to us in our life, as hard as it may be, sometimes we chose for those things to happen to us so that we could evolve more, so that we could grow and learn. Like that's what life is about. Again, we're just a soul having a human experience. So we have to go through all those human things. But the point is that you've evolved, you've grown, and you're going to continue growing. So I feel like, again, like, I don't know, I just see you like being super independent, super tough, super rough, but you've had to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. You tend to stand up for yourself now and stand in your power, whereas you didn't before. And so life experiences have caused you to do that. That makes sense. Which is a good thing. So you've learned how to do that, and you won't take shit no more. So I see like you're going to continue going and growing. I feel like you're going to stay at your job for a little bit, but I want you to start looking into passions that you have that maybe you feel were out of reach before, because they're not. So, I'm trying to kind of see what they are, but next year there's going to be a time that comes for you to change. Or for you to implement a change in your career, or for you to go in another direction. And I feel like it's going to be a major different direction. It's not going to be anything that you do now, but it'll be something that you really love and that you're really passionate about. And of course, it'll be your decision, but there's going to be an opportunity, or you're going to decide to go in a different direction. Because I feel like you want to go completely opposite than what you're doing now, something that you're truly passionate about. You just have to find sometimes spirit will tell me what that is, and sometimes they're like, well, they have to find their passion. They have to, that's our soul path. We have to figure out what that passion may be. Do you journal or write or anything like that? I feel like you could write a book about your life. I don't know why that's coming in, but I see writing, so that could even be, again, journaling. Yes, about what part? The book about your life, or journaling, or okay. Well, you have to get to a place where you can do that. And it's okay to get emotional. When I wrote my book, I can't say that I had a dry eye the entire time. Okay. It's part of it, and it'll be healing for you to do so, because sometimes putting things on paper and getting them out, and you have to think too, it's going to help other people, because where you were now and where you are now, where you were then and where you are now are two different places. And it shows that people can go through these things and continue on and grow and learn. So a lot of people will relate to it. Just like with my book, it was really hard for me to write that. I wasn't sure, and it took me 5 years to write it. It's okay if it takes you a while to write it. So, you sit down one day and just start and do a little at a time. That's how I did my book. I did a little at a time. My book's not long, but it gets the point across, and it helps a lot of people. So it can be healing, yes, to write about it. It helped me a lot. I can't say I've ever reread my book, because I think when I was writing it, I reread it a million times, and I haven't read it since. But, it took me 5 years to write it. So it's okay if it takes you that long to write it. But I feel like there's other passions that you will seek. You need to find what you love to do. Do you like to write in general, though? Okay, because there's something else that was coming in, and that's like travel writing, or writing about different subjects, like blogging or travel blogging, or visiting places and writing about it. Okay, good, because I was actually going to pull some life purpose cards, but then they kept showing me the writer journaler card, card. So I don't know if you like to also there's money in blogging. Look it up on YouTube. Make sure you get the right places you can do that. But people can blog and make money, and they can publish their writings. So look into that and see how you're supposed to do that. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. That's a big soul life purpose for you. Yes, blogging. You can make money blogging. Look into it. I don't know if you can check it on YouTube or just research how to do that, but people can definitely make money blogging. Type in make money blogging on YouTube and see what pops up, or on Google. There is a way to do that, but it's almost like travel writing, like going to different places and writing about different places. And you can publish your writing too, but yes, people can make money blogging. And, you can self-publish things too, but it's I keep getting reference to travel. Do you like to travel? Or would you like to travel? Say it like that. Hello. You're probably pretty handy. You could probably do anything you put your mind to. Okay. So you can start off small, okay? Go to places that are close, that you want to write about. Take a drive there, take pictures, and write about your experiences. A lot of people love like the travel blogging and stuff. You could even turn it into like a YouTube channel, like a kind of like what Gabby Petito was doing, just not with the killer boyfriend, and go on like, not saying travel across the world and do all that, but like video blogging, like for YouTube. You could do that as well if you don't want to write it, but you could do either or both. If that's something that you really want to do, again, monetizing your passions. If that's something you really love and you're passionate about, you're the only one that takes steps in that direction. And I feel like eventually, because I see you like being in a really serene area, like sitting like on a beach, like writing where you're at and what your like what your situation is being there, like what it feels like, how the people are, etc., etc. You know? Who's BJ? But yeah, I see you like on a beach, like just kind of chilling and writing about your experience about being on that beach and maybe going into a town there, or you know what I mean? It's about writing your experiences and places and people and things like that. And so I feel like if you love journaling, if you love writing, that it's time to monetize that and get going on that. Only you can make that change. And that's what's coming in big for you. You might have other passions that you can do, but yeah, I would totally look into that. And hopefully that was helpful for you, Jamie. You'll have to let me know. Okay, then. They're showing me that you used to do it and they want you to get back to it. Because if you don't love your job, if you don't love what you do, it's time to really consider making a change and going in the direction that you love, because you're not going to feel right about your life. And it's almost like you need to be put back on your path. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh no, you're okay. You're welcome, Jamie. Yep. Always want to follow our passions. If we really don't like our job, it's time to look into start making a change and start taking steps towards that. All right, Kathy. I'm up. You're up. Oh, wait, 1 second. Alicia Bailey, are you back? Are you here? If you're not and you went to sleep, I emailed her. So, no problem. Okay. So, Kathy, are you here? Are you still here, Kathy? Oh, there you are. Yeah, it's okay. I told her to email me, so. Well, rather doing something else, this is the same thing. Like you have to go in a direction where you can't see yourself doing anything else. Like you have to be where you're at. Like me, what else can I really do? I don't see myself doing anything else. This gets tiring sometimes, it's hard sometimes, it's stressful sometimes, but do I see myself doing anything else? Probably not. So that's what I mean by that. It's hard to say if you're like when your injury will heal. Sometimes we have to go through go through things like that. Sometimes it slows us down, sometimes it makes us go in different directions whenever we have an injury and things of that nature. Where does your spine come in at? Do you have any issues with that? Okay, Jamie, thanks. I need that. I'm struggling with the heat. It's making me really tired. Okay, so you could be the neck issue too. Because I keep getting referenced like my neck's been hurting for a while now, and I know there's a few people with neck issues here, but have they checked your neck? Because spine and neck to me are sometimes the same. It all kind of runs together, but have they checked issues with your neck? And have you looked into like energy healing, alternative healing, or alternative therapies? Have you looked into that? Also, did you ever, with your head injury, did you ever have a brain bleed or something happen that's like it's gonna take time, honestly, and like anything else, it's gonna take time. You have to be patient with yourself. Okay, because I keep getting reference to like the neck and the upper back area. So, but did you ever have any kind of, not just Reiki, there's all different kinds of alternative medicines. So there's Reiki. I have a healer that does like her name's Judy Thurman. You can look her up. She does like a Chinese healing. Acupuncture's coming in. Also giving yourself some time. Okay? Because I keep getting a reference to you might be the reason my head's been hurting for quite a while now. But there might be some new therapies too that you could look into. They have, does it like cause migraines and stuff? And what is this? Did you ever have a brain bleed or something that was misplaced in your brain? And I keep getting reference to like a bone or something in your brain. What? I don't know if that's okay, because I keep seeing that, but then it's also like there's a like a misplacement of a skull somewhere. But my neck is hurting bad, so I don't know if they ever checked like your neck for something. Cause hi Phoebe, because it's like the upper part of my neck is hurting like into my a piece of your skull, isn't it? Okay, so that makes sense because that's what I was getting. Like, did they have to remove it to like help with the like pressure or something like that? Because like they keep showing me that like a piece of the skull. But the upper part of my neck is like really hurting. So I don't know. I would make sure that they keep an eye on like this, but when did this happen? Because I feel like it's going to take time because they keep referencing Lizzie's mom. Now, Lizzie's mom had a really significant fall, and like she did a whole video about it. Okay. And it took time. Like she had to go through surgery and everything. And there's that reference to it. Just saying like it's gonna take some time. So they get okay, that's where it's been hurting me for like a few hours now. So that's probably you then. I also hear like I don't know how this hi Lizzie. Because some things like won't ever heal fully, if that makes sense. But I don't know how stem cell would help you. I don't know why that's coming in. Have you looked into that? Yeah. And to have somebody come on earlier and be like, "Oh, you're just giving random advice." Okay. Can't help what the question is. Lizzie might know. I don't know if that's anything that could, like, stem cell could help. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's kind of weird. I wouldn't expect that to be something that would come in. But I don't know why I'm getting like acupuncture, different like herbs and stuff. I would look for like your brain and things like that. And then I would look for like you're not going to be 100%. You're not going to be 100%, unfortunately. Like sometimes we just have things we have to deal with. I'm not saying you're ever going to be fully healed, but these things might help you live with it. That makes sense. And then also energy healing. Like I would look into somebody to give you energy healing. That will help you. I notice it helps me a lot. Okay, whether it's Reiki, whether it's my friend that does like a different kind of healing, she does like works with the chi and stuff, and it totally makes a difference and gives me a boost whenever I need it. And it totally does help with pain. I was having a lot of back pain before. I helped, so it'll help relieve some of that stuff. You can also do healing yourself. So there's meditation that you can do. There's healing meditations. There is something, if you look up on YouTube, there's a video. I didn't get to watch it, but I wanted to. It's like you can learn to heal yourself. If you can watch that, that might help you, because I think some of it too is like our mindset and whatnot. Or yeah, and that unfortunately that's how it is. But I would look into like alternative doctors, either alternative Chinese medicine, just to kind of like help with the pain. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're not going to be completely 100%. Look, you went through something major, so you also have to be patient with that and kind of accept it. But there are meditations that you can do to help heal you, like healing meditations. Like I said, there's video like you can heal yourself, like that will help. I would look into stem cell. I don't know why that's coming in unless you have some other issue that I don't know about. And then again, energy healing of any kind that you think will help you. And I would go get sessions done, not just remotely. Remotely is great for boost, but anything also that's like if you can find somebody to physically put their hands on you would help. Of course it is, because you have a titanium plate in your head. So you have to think of that too. Like my friend, it's not the same thing, but she broke her wrist my mentor that passed away, she broke her wrist really bad, and she had like titanium in her arm, and she had horrible pain. She's like, I wish I would have never got this, because you have something foreign in there. So there might be something comes on down the line where they can use something besides metal. So I would keep an eye on that, because things are evolving and changing all the time, because I think it's the metal that's causing the pain. So there might be something that's more skull-like that comes across, or more plastic or that type of material that comes in, that you might be able to, if you wanted to go through it, get it changed. Or get it done, whatever. But I would keep an eye out for that, like more like a prosthetic. I don't know what that would be called. But also I keep getting a reference to, again, like I said, ancient Chinese medicine is coming into, and so is acupuncture and things like that. So let's face it, you're always going to have something, unfortunately, because of the trauma and things that you went through. But you can do things to help ease it. Oh, they never put it in, just the skull is missing, like I saw. Oh, you're supposed to have a titanium plate. Okay, I see what you're saying. There's going to be, okay, that's even better, because then they don't have to take out the other one, because there's something that's coming in about there being something better than titanium. Does that make sense? Like, we're advancing all the time. Look, they're advancing with stuff literally every day. So I feel like there's going to be, next year comes in kind of strong for you. with something maybe medically advancing, or I would start doing your research and see. I don't know what the stem cells coming in, unless it's something for your like neck that we're not aware of. They would just hang on to that. Okay, polymer, or I don't know what that is, but it's something more skull-like or softer or something that will work that's not metal, because I actually don't think the metal is great for you. We have to think sometimes things happen for a reason, and maybe that happened because it would have been worse, and maybe that's why it's coming up about my friend and having the titanium in her arm and saying it hurt so bad and she wished she never had it. So that might be it as well. So any kind of healing meditations you can do, any kind of, I would look up, learn how to heal yourself. That will help. And again, acupuncture, energy healing, I don't know why ancient Chinese medicine's coming in for you, but look, you have a brain injury, you have a head injury. You also have to understand and come to terms with, you might always have issues, but this will help it. Because I don't know if you're never going to, I hate to say this, but it doesn't feel like you'll ever get 100% just because of what it is, unless things advance in medicine and things, unless things advance, if that makes sense. Like if things advance, then you might be able to. But let's face it, you went through something very traumatic. You have a piece of missing skull. Like, of course it's going to hurt. But I also think like if they replace that with something else, I would also start looking to other doctors too. Look for specialists. Like that's coming in too. Like look for specialists to help you with this issue and see if there's anything that they can put in there to help, like what they think. You know what I mean? And have them do new MRIs and CAT scans of your neck, because it's really bugging me, my neck. Like my neck spine area. Okay? So usually rejection is protection and redirection. That goes with doctors too. We get rejected by doctors trying to find a new one. Advocate for yourself. Okay. I don't know why this is hurting now. It's almost like my neck is causing my clavicle area to hurt I don't know. I don't know if that's an issue with you too, but almost like it's really stiff. So I would look into all that, and I would also again go and find another doctor, what would it be, a neurosurgeon, Lizzie? And I would also do some research into what they're doing now for issues like this. And I don't know what stem cells for. Just hang on to that. You might need it down the line. I'm not sure why that's coming in. It's really weird. It's okay. That comes with the territory, girl. It comes with the territory. But look for a better specialist. And I feel like there's a male that you'll come across, but he feels like ethnic in some way, maybe Indian or something like that. Like older. So I'm seeing that kind of guy. He's definitely got some sort of accent going on, that he might be able to help you. But yeah, I feel that way too. So find a new one. Okay. Find a new one. And if you have the proof, sue them. I mean, malpractice, right? Yeah, no, this isn't Greek. This is more like in Indian or Hindu, or I'm getting like that kind of like thick type of accent like that. I can hear it. And he's like really darker. Black hair. He seems kind of short too, actually. He's older. But he's going to be like a referring doctor, or he's going to help you in some way. I keep getting that, but I would look for a better specialist neurosurgeon. I would also contact see what your insurance covers or whatever. And if you have proof that they screwed you over and they're causing you to live in pain, sue them. Screw it. But also I'm getting references like UCLA, or hospitals like that, or specialists like that you can go to and talk to them. Just talk to them and see what you can do. Okay. So I would do all that stuff. And then I would do the healings and stuff at night, so that it's helping take the pain away and helping you with stuff and clearing like your crown chakra and stuff should help a little bit. But basically healing, I would run green in your brain, and wherever you're hurting, you can imagine green and bring in Archangel Raphael. That's why I heal is with green, and I've seen it do miracles. You can ask Lizzie on that one. So, you know, and you pray while you do it too, whatever your beliefs are. But Archangel Raphael is the one that helps with healing. And so run, you know, imagine green in that area. That's another way to do it. But any type of, again, healing meditations, alternative medicine, stuff like that. And then I would look into UCLA or places. I'm getting specifically UCLA. Okay. So that's why I'm getting like suing. Okay. If UCLA can't help you, see if they can find somebody that can, or where they want to refer you. Okay. And I would look into acupuncture. That might help with your neck pain or something like that. But definitely like I don't know, does it hurt on this side of your head? Because I'm getting like pressure right there. And also make sure like you take it easy. If you feel like you need to rest, rest. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't put too much stress on yourself, and don't worry about everything, because I feel like when you worry about things and you put a lot of pressure on yourself, you're also like, you know, you're making your blood pressure go up and the blood in your brain and all that. So you just try to like learn like woosha. Okay. But yeah, you can imagine green in there too. Like imagine green going through your brain and talk to Archangel Raphael. It helps. I mean, Lizzie, I help Lizzie's mom get through surgery with that. It does have intention to, you have to believe in it as well. That's good. That's okay. It's their spirit saying if you have to rest, rest. You know, but I also feel like clearing out some of that energy out of your body with energy healing. Like I would look up Judy Thurman is her name. She's my lady that she does Chinese healing. I would look her up and see if she can help you, because it's going to help, because not only is you're not just exhausted from your brain and your injury, you're exhausted from the other trauma in your body. When we release that trauma out of our body and release that gunk out of our body, and when we clear our chakras, we have a lot more energy. So whenever I get my healings done, I all of a sudden have energy because my energy is cleared. You know what I mean? So clearing your chakra, clearing your energy field, clearing out your body, trying to eat healthier if you can, trying to look into also try to look into like some herbs or some supplements that are good for the brain and good for your body. I feel like you need some vitamin D and some magnesium that's coming in. You know, so but I would also look into, I keep getting like an herbalist or a Chinese medicine doctor or something like that. But I know that's what Judy does as well. But you know, we get all this gunk in our energy field and in our body and our chakras, when they are gunked up and stuff, they can cause a lot of other problems, not just our physical stuff. So that has a lot to do with it too. We are energy bodies, so we should clear out our energy bodies in whatever healing way you can do that. So I hope that was helpful for that medical question. And yes, I'm like, my chest, everything's hurting. Yeah, so I'm feeling like you have all that trauma and that stuck energy in your body, and it's not helping. So Google her or find somebody else and get started on this, and also start running green through your body, start doing the healing meditations. You got to start now. And then again, I would look for an acupuncturist. I don't know why that's coming in, but and then all the other stuff we talked about. If you have to like go back and rewatch this and write, I hope you wrote down everything. If not, go back, watch it, rewrite it down. As far as your what was the other question? I gotta find it. Lawsuit. The things that suck with lawsuits is they drag them on. I don't know if that's so that the Lizzie will tell you I've been dealing with a lawsuit for 6 years, but it's not the same kind of lawsuit. So I don't know if they drag it on so we can pay the lawyers or pay whoever. It's freaking annoying. Next year again, it feels something significant with your health next year though. So I don't know if it improves or you find something to help you or you find a neurosurgeon that will help you, something of that sort. But next year kind of highlights for you in that way. It might, they're also like, okay, so I'm not saying it's going to be 3 years. It could be within that time frame. I just get ranges. Sometimes I get exact, sometimes I get ranges. Like when I'm looking for missing people, I can get within 5 miles, but it's 3. So it's a range. All right. So I'm getting a reference to 3 years. So I don't know if that's like when you started this up until when it'll end, or if it's 3 more years, like in that time frame or range. All right. But next year, mid-year seems to be a highlight for you. And I feel like they're going to try to lowball you again. They always do this, but it's coming in that they're going to try to lowball you. They're going to try to get you to take deals and whatever. Again, make sure that your medical is covered in whatever lawsuit you do if you haven't done that already. Like, have that be a stipulation, okay? But just don't settle for less is what I heard. So make sure they don't push you into settling for anything, because they're going to lose their lawsuit if they take it to court. So make sure that you push for everything you can get. There's a reference to December coming in. Is my camera still on? I don't want to just take the camera off. So there's a reference to December coming in. How long have you been in this lawsuit? Hey. Kai, you just turned off my light, dude. Yeah, they'll definitely. So they don't want to take it to court. So make sure you push for what you want. What a bubba. Almost 5 years. Okay. That's interesting. So I was talking about mine being 6 years. So that was the reference because they were going into mine. So that makes sense. So that could be why, like, next year, mid-year, but there's a reference to 3. So that could be like when, I don't know, when everything's said and done within the 3-year time period. But next year, mid-year, it seems like something is definitely coming up mid-year for something, but just, I don't think they want to take it to court because I think they'll lose more, like $1 million if they go to court. But then, you're going to have to pay lawyers and all that. So you have to decide if you want to go through a trial or court or not, because they'll definitely lose. But I think when they get closer to like a trial or whatever, that's when they're going to try to settle it. But I'm getting like they might settle for like $700,000. I don't know why that number is like coming up. Again, it can be a range. It could be really close, but that's coming up. But I think like if you were to go to trial, if you wanted to, you might get more. So it's totally up to you on what you want to do. Some people don't want to try to go to court and go through all that, especially with the pain you're in and stuff. Just make sure that your medical bills are a part of it. But I feel like they would totally probably lose more in the long run if they went to court. So don't let them like bully you into taking less than what you deserve or less than what's owed at this time, because just think if you went to trial, they'd lose way more. So it feels like, yeah, between 700,000 and 800,000 might be an offer. That's what I'm getting, because I keep getting a reference to like if you went to trial, it would be like $1 million or something, but you end up having to pay lawyers and stuff, so you probably break even or end up getting less. That's what I mean. Like, you don't have to sit through trial, though. Your lawyers would do that for you, and you could do it virtual. That's the good thing about these days and age. So it's totally up to you on what you want to do. That's the free will choice. Okay, so if they offer you a good deal, counter offer it with something you really want. Like, don't just lay down and just give them whatever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if it's a good deal and it's something that you feel comfortable with, and you can go, and you don't want to go through a trial and deal with it, then you don't have to. You're still gonna get quite a bit out of it anyways. Okay, that makes sense. Definitely next year, mid-year highlights for you in some way, shape, or form, though. I can't really get like an exact time when this is gonna be over. Court things are really hard with timing, but there is a reference to December, so I don't know what that's about. An offer might come in December, I'm not sure. But end of year this year, and then mid-year next year. You want down, Bobo? Okay. He wants down, and then he's gonna say, "Oh, get me back up." I hope that was helpful. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Please let me know how it goes, Kathy. I'm so sorry you're going through all that. That's a lot. But I think all those things may help ease your pain, as much as they can. Sorry, Phoebe, I'm not doing a mediumship tonight. Just trying to get through these paid questions. All right, Natalie, you're up. And since I don't see Alicia back, hopefully she just emails me. Yeah. So just, and again, changing what you eat and stuff can also help with your energy and all that. So see if you can, I know it's hard. All right, girl. What's your question? What's your question, Natalie? I don't know, because unless it's like something like really big, they usually don't give anything on that. It's more like specific questions. You're welcome. I hope it helps. Do you have something you want to gear towards? Because those are hard, because it's like we have so much stuff happen in our lives every day, and unless it's like major, like spirit, like doesn't really go into it, it's not like I'm gonna say, okay, you're gonna get a new pair of shoes. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of like to have a direction to go in, because I can just pick up so many random things. And that you know, but again, it's like whatever spirit wants to give. It just helps when I have a question to ping off of, because especially since we're not one-on-one, it's just you got to think there's a lot of other energies in here. And although I'm trying to gear towards you, I need something to ping the energy off of, which is why I use questions. Does that make sense? Lizzie, if you want to go back to sleep, you can. I can do it another time. We were going to work on Noah, but I don't know if I can do it. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm trying to kind of art. I don't know why abstract is coming in. What is abstract? But I also kind of get I don't know if this is like anything that you do, or it's just because I know how to reference it. But for one thing, Spirit's saying whatever comes to your mind, whatever ideas you get, to follow that, because you're getting ideas and they're pinging ideas to you all the time, and sometimes you second guess that. So that's what's coming in for one thing. Does that make sense? Another thing is I'm getting like you know, when people, and I don't know if like this is because it's kind of the only thing I know in regards to art, but you know how when people like have the colors or acrylic or whatever, and they pour it on and then they move it or they blow dry it or whatever that's called. I'm getting a reference to that. So I don't know if you do those types of things, and with like the different colors and different ways of doing it. Some people even spin them. I don't know. And then there's another reference to yeah, acrylic pouring. I guess that's what it's called. I can only describe it. I don't know what any of this shit is. There's another thing. Yes. So I don't know if you currently do that, but finding new ways to do that and unique ways to do that is coming in. Like maybe things that people haven't thought of, along with ways that people have thought of, like different things. That's kind of coming in. I also get a reference to like, what the hell is this called? I know what it's called and I can't think of the name of it. You know when like people put like things and then they pour the clear stuff on top of it? Yeah, I even see you like doing like leaves and stuff. I don't know, like leave imprints. I don't know why that's coming in. That's kind of weird. But you know how people like, what is that called? Resin. Thank you, Lizzie. See, you're not that asleep. I'm getting reference to that too with like like making like resin things with like flowers in them or whatever. Like I hear like memorial resin things. I don't know if that's anything like you would want to do. Yeah, that. Thank you. I mean, I know it's off the top of my head, but my brain is like fried right now. Like I can't think of words, but I can describe them. But I don't know if like you've thought about doing like memorial things too. Like that could be another thing. If you can make your own stuff, but then it's almost like people send you stuff to like memorially put in resin. I don't know why that idea is coming in either. It's kind of a cool idea though. And why lights and resin is coming in. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if you do resin. It's kind of weird. Or for whatever. Yeah, pets would work or any kind of memorial ones. Yeah. I mean, that would do really well. See, so that's why they're talking about like your ideas. And make sure you kind of like, I feel like you need to implement like the rainbow bridge in there some way too. Yeah. So those are the two like biggest ideas. The only other thing that's coming in is like, I don't know, do you do landscape painting or with, I don't know if it would be landscaping or like they keep showing me like the like beach and stuff like that, like someone painting that kind of stuff. So I don't know if that's anything like you do. I mean, I guess it could be symbolic for photography if you don't paint like that, but I'm seeing like someone painting like landscape. Like it's coming in as a painting. So I don't know if that's if that's not part of what you can do or if you've never tried it, I would try it. And if you can't do it at all, like it turns out not like you want it to, then it could be it could be just symbolic for landscape photography. I don't know. That makes sense. The regular art forms and putting in a new spin, because that's kind of basically what I'm getting. You just described it better. Okay. So then it's symbolic, I guess. Unless you used to do that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why they were showing it to me like a painting, but I don't know. I mean, those are basically like the things I'm getting. Maybe that's why like the acrylic pour's coming in, because you can't hold a paintbrush. Oh, your photos do look like, okay, maybe that could be why. What if it makes sense to you, that's fine. That's just how they were showing it to me. So, all right. And I'm getting like, do you like to take pictures like pets and animals too? Because that's like also coming in with the landscape stuff. But I'm seeing like tigers and elephants and stuff. So not just dogs and stuff, but Okay. Because I was getting like I'm flip flopping between pets and like wild animals. Like even if you go to the zoo and like take a picture of like a lion or something. I don't know why that's coming in. That's kind of weird. Like I'm getting like lions and like wild animals, but then I also get pets. So that makes sense. Like, yeah, maybe. Kind of weird. No wonder I've been feeling the push for Noah. I gotta finish the channeling on that because that's funny. Yeah. And I don't know if like you post them anywhere or anything like that, but like if you have TikTok or anything like that, like I'm getting like you need to like let your art be seen more or something too. So that's coming in as well. You're welcome. I hope it was helpful. And I'm done. Woo! Yay! People want to understand how hard my job is. They think it's easy. It's not. You're not the only one. Well, I kept getting a friend too, by the way. So I did those cards yesterday, but I haven't released it because I wasn't done channeling. So I did his cards and a little bit of channeling last night, but I didn't finish it. But it feels like it's over a girl, weirdly, or something. Nope, probably cannot tell you where War Soldier was allegedly buried in this whole world. Probably not. I can barely find missing people. Probably not. I wish it was that easy, but nope. It's not like I'm gonna get the name of a cemetery or coordinates or anything. So unfortunately, I wish it worked like that, but it doesn't. I'm not even gonna try to put that on me because that will be on fire. Of course, that's why he was showing me his teeth in the road. I did all that yesterday. Fuck. Don't tell me anymore because I'm not done with it. I got family and I pulled a parental card figure and I fucking didn't take it because I was like, it's weird, but there's some kind of female involved, like it's over a female or a it doesn't feel like it's the dad because I'm pretty sure the perpetrator is represented by Mars, not by Saturn, depending on how old his dad is. But that is kind of a weird. Unless you wanted to keep him for a different reason. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't know that about his teeth, but I did get like he showed me his teeth on the ground yesterday as part of the channeling. So I did channel a lot in with the cards, but I wanted to try to channel more with Lizzie, but then I had to do this tonight. So I don't know. Anyways, I have it done. I just didn't post it because I wanted to add the channeling to it. Now I'm wondering if I should just post it. I don't know. Before anything else comes out. What? What subs? Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I got the family card and but friend too. So a new submersible? No. That's dumb. Well, probably a better one than the one that imploded. Oh, good lord. Or over one. I pulled the male and female card together, and I felt like he was naked because he was running, like, you know when like someone gets caught and they're naked and they grab their clothes and they just throw whatever on and then they take off. That's why I think he had 2 different shoes on, because I was told that much, but I didn't know he was running naked. I told my friend that. She did the chart. She was really confused kind of on the chart, but like I saw him like picking up his clothes and like running, or like how you pick up your clothes and run. That could be symbolic too, but like he was running from somebody or something, over something that was going on, I guess. I don't know. So I don't know. I feel like it's over. I don't know if like she's, and it's weird because she's blonde. I keep seeing her blonde, which is what I was seeing like Caleb, like it was flip-flopping. So maybe I was getting that and that. Like they're similar kind of cases. Seems to be a male and female like are surrounded. And on Caleb's, I guess his Black Moon Lilith was hitting Venus or something. Like it's definitely a woman, like a vengeful woman involved in Caleb's. Definitely. According to his birth chart that we looked up, you know. So these cases are kind of similar, but I questioning what I'm getting in Noah, because it's like odd. It's like weird. Definitely jealousy, anger. Like I do feel it was a red rum, but it's like a car and something else was used, like another hands and fists, but also another weapon. That's what I was getting. So, oh, it's weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I kept getting a blonde. Like, I kept getting 3 people in the car too, but I think she was there, but maybe not like involved in that part. It's weird. I also kept getting like a weird green color, like maybe car or something. I don't know. So I wanted to channel someone, see if I can get something else. It probably is. Most cases are. They don't tell me anymore. I mean, you're basically telling me everything I already got anyways, but yeah. I got male and female together, like next to each other, and affair and dating. So this does have something that I feel like has something to do with a girl. Oh, thank you, Carrie. It's good to see you. No, Caleb is not. Check out. I did a video on him already. Yeah, kind of. But there's one that's like specifically like mad. Like I pull like the serial killer card energy, and I did pull a family card, but I'm like, I don't understand. But it's like friend. There's like a friend that stabbed him in the back. Or that was like jealous. I got jealousy, and then I pulled the jealousy card. So it was like I was getting channeling stuff as I was shuffling, which I don't normally do. And then I sat here and I talked about things I saw without scribbling. So I was getting stuff, but it's like I'm only getting bits and pieces, and I was going to try to see the whole story before I released it. Caleb is in the water. I keep telling everybody his map and his location is on the astrology. But so, all right. I'm going to get off here. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if she's going back to bed or going to do this or whatever. It's interesting because there is an Anna, which I was getting in Caleb's, that's missing. Actually, from where I used to go all the time in Bakersfield. And I commented on there because they're like, oh, she walked off after getting in a fight with her boyfriend. I'm like, she didn't walk off. Come on. Like, she just got in an argument with her boyfriend and she walks off in the middle of the city and just disappears. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I have one great veterinarian. Thankfully, everybody's been okay. Please don't jinx it. I think he was having an affair with someone. I appreciate that, Carrie. You'll have to send me an email so I know how to get a hold of you, because if you're barely ever on here or you always catch replays, how am I going to reach you? So, oh crap. You're welcome. I hope you guys have a good night. And, all right. I'll see you again soon. I gotta go. I feel tired.